Thank you. Good job. We just banged that gavel.
We were talking about.
Trustee Tarpley,
I am present.
Trustee Brady,
Here, I thought you said Kathy. Brady. Wow, my
Trustee-
hearing's gone bad.
Trustee Terrell,
Here.
Trustee Griffin,
Here.
Trustee Wood,
Here.
Student Trustee Reyes,
Present.
Superintendent President Dr. Walden.
Here.
Okay, and public comments related to closed session. Are there any public comments?
How about the Pledge of Allegiance?
No, that's in the next round.
You get to do it twice tonight anyway.
That's fine. Yeah, you want to do it early?
No public comments? Okay, then we're going to adjourn to closed session.
You know what's funny? I think about half our country doesn't.
Did she give you the pack?
Like no one's here.
Roll call, pledge of allegiance, any public comment?
Do we want him here for the?
No public comment.
There isn't any?
So I'll just start it. Hi, we're gonna start our special meeting at 5:46, 1 minute late, I apologize. So, calling to order.
Turn your
the meeting.
microphone on.
Roll
Robert.
call. Take your time.
Trustee Tarpley,
Here.
Trustee Brady,
Here.
Trustee Terrell,
Here.
Trustee Griffin,
Here.
Trustee Wood,
Here.
Student Trustee Reyes,
Present.
Superintendent President Dr. Walden.
Here.
Okay, and taking volunteers to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Yes, I was gonna call on you anyway, sir.
Please rise. Face the flag, put your hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay.
Now you're on
And
pause.
public comments,
Or you have to read.
I do. For the special meeting?
It's not there.
That's for the
separate
regular meeting, right?
1.4.
sheet. It was for the special meeting.
I had public comment?
Yeah,
You had something to
1.4.
read before him.
Where is it? Oh, this? Members of the public, this one? Okay, sorry. Members of the public, we are having a special meeting this evening to allow Representative Jay Obernolte to address the Board of Trustees and the public on current legislative impacts and opportunities for the community from Washington, D.C. Normally, we would have Representative Obernolte on the regular board agenda, but due to last-minute availability, we did not want to miss this opportunity for the congressman to address the board and the public. Therefore, we are opening this special board meeting. And he's parking because of the Bear Valley traffic, so we're just going to be graceful.
And then the part I wrote too.
Oh, the meeting must stop, I need my glasses, at 6 p.m. Should he need comments further, then we will entertain a motion to extend by 10 minutes. And that may make the regular board meeting a little late, just so everybody is on the same page. I read everything. Did I read it too
I don't
fast?
even,
Should
I don't think
repeat
I've
it?
seen it so quiet in here. It's like,
You know?
Yeah.
I wanted to start on time. Sorry, maybe I made a bad call. That's right. Absolutely. We should have reserved him a spot, yeah? Next time. We can just be silent. We don't have to fill it. I don't mind it. We already opened the meeting. You're on, sir. We didn't want to waste your time.
Worry about wasting your time. All right. Well, good evening, everyone. It is an honor to be here today at one of the educational institutions that I am the most proud to represent. And I mean, seriously, it's been famously said it was the best of times and the worst of times. And I think that's kind of an apropos place to start our conversation about kind of the state of our region, the state of our district, the state of our country. Because on the one hand, I think it is the best of times here in the Victor Valley. I am so enthusiastic and encouraged about the growth in our community and the positive directions that we are moving to get forward together as a community. The economic development that we are seeing here is unprecedented. I think it's not a secret that we are one of the fastest growing parts of the state, but my colleagues are always amazed when I sit them down and I tell them about some of the projects that are going on here. One of my favorites, the Barstow International Gateway, just up the road here in Barstow. I think we all know how badly that community needs reinvestment, and yet BNSF is bringing billions with a B of capital investment to that community. It is going to not only revitalize that community, add thousands and thousands of jobs, but also unload transportation corridors like the I-15. It's also probably not a secret that we have lots of our colleagues who commute on that route back and forth to work in LA. In fact, I represent over 100,000 people who have to do that every day. And folks, they're not doing that because they want to. They are doing that because that's what's required to put food on the table for their families. If you've driven that route recently, you know how difficult it can be. So hopefully the BIG is going to unload some of the commercial traffic on that route by transitioning it from the road to rail transport. It's also going to relieve congestion at the Port of Long Beach and Los Angeles. We had a few little problems with the different approvals at the state and federal level that we needed to get that done, but I think we are just about to the finish line where we're going to clear off the last of those and see a ribbon cutting on that project here in the near future. So really excited about that. Excited about Brightline West, about the high-speed rail link from Las Vegas into Rancho Cucamonga. That's also going to further unload the 15 and also hopefully lead to another rise in employment and prosperity here in the high desert. Really excited about the housing development that's going on here. I mean, I think we've been in the planning phase on projects like Silverwood for many years. It's really exciting to see that coming to fruition. And it's wonderful to see VVC at the center of all of that because the role that you play in educating people and preparing them for careers here in the high desert, I think cannot be overstated. Most of you know that I served as the chairman of the House AI Task Force in the last Congress. What you might not know is at the end of my tenure there, we produced an almost 300-page report that detailed a federal regulatory system for AI and the things that we felt needed to be done in federal government to prepare America and Americans for the advent of artificial intelligence. And we had a whole chapter in that task force report on education and workforce issues. And VVC is going to be the key in making sure that our young people graduate equipped with the knowledge and the skills and the tools that they're going to need to succeed in an AI-empowered workplace. I am a believer that AI is actually going to create many more jobs for humans than it displaces, although it will be disruptive. We need to make sure that people in the high desert, particularly young people, are equipped with the tools that they need to fill those new human jobs that AI is going to create. And I am so excited that you've made the commitment to do that and so proud to represent you in federal government. So, I mean, those are the best of times. I'm so optimistic about what's going on here at home. The worst of times, pretty much what's going on in Washington, D.C. right now. I probably don't need to tell you that federal government is extremely dysfunctional right now. Unfortunately, we've got the political parties that have been at each other's throats in a way that I have not seen in my 22 years of public service. I was used to partisanism. You know me as a pretty bipartisan guy, but it's very painful to see our colleagues fighting over who controls the car radio while the car is on its way off the cliff. That's the way I feel sometimes. A good example is government funding. You know, we have been arguing about government funding for the last 4 years. Last year, we couldn't pass a single appropriations bill and put it on the president's desk. We had to govern by a continuing resolution that basically just said, yeah, whatever we did last year, we're going to do again this year because we can't agree. This year, I am proud that we have finally gotten 11 of the 12 appropriations bills onto the president's desk and signed by the president. I'm particularly proud of the education and workforce bill that we passed because one of the things that was on the chopping block were Pell Grants. It was something that I'm vehemently opposed to cutting Pell Grants, and we were successful in getting them fully funded in that appropriations bill. So I'm delighted about that. One of the things I'm very upset about right now is that The funding bill for the Department of Homeland Security is currently still in limbo, and the DHS is in a technical shutdown right now. This is over a political fight over funding for immigration enforcement and the continuation of ICE's activities. But folks, unfortunately, this is completely nonsensical because ICE was funded already through H.R. 1 last year through 2029. So this shutdown doesn't affect ICE at all. But what it is doing is it's affecting the TSA. We have two TSA agents across the country going without pay. It's not fair to ask them to do that vital job without getting paid. Over this last weekend, we had airports in Houston that were advising people to show up 4 to 5 hours before their flights because of the potential delay, and it's just going to get worse. The Coast Guard is also under the DHS. Coast Guard personnel right now, our servicemen and women in uniform, are going unpaid because of this dispute in Congress. And FEMA funding. I find it deeply ironic that our governor wrote this last weekend a scathing letter to the president asking for FEMA funding for the results of the Palisades fires, and that it's been held up by the dysfunction of FEMA. Well, unfortunately, FEMA is shut down right now because Congress has not put an appropriations bill together. So I'm deeply disappointed about that. The one bright spot about the last 12 months in Washington, D.C. has been the passage of H.R. 1 last summer. And unfortunately, that got caught up in this whole partisan brouhaha as well. But I wish we were talking about the things that H.R. 1 avoided and the things that H.R. 1 did. We were facing, on January 1st, the largest tax increase in the history of our country because the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act tax tiers were about to expire. And so we would have seen working people across our district see huge increases in the amount of tax that they paid. And not only were we able to reauthorize those tax cuts, but we were able to add to them and exempt things like tax on overtime, tax on tips, tax on Social Security. Those things are now untaxed where they were taxed before, and I'm really proud that we're able to put that money back in the pockets of working Californians like the ones that we all represent. But another thing that I'm very proud of that you might have not have heard about, but we fought to get in this bill, is a new tax break for educational assistance provided by employers. It's a little over $5,000 a year that's now able to be provided to employees tax exempt by their employer to pay for things like an education at VVC, like repayment of educational loans, like vocation and workforce training, the things that basically people are going to need to be able to prepare themselves for careers in an AI-empowered world here shortly. So that's something that we fought for that I'm very proud that we were able to get in the bill. So it's an honor to represent you in the dysfunctional morass that is Washington, D.C., and I'm hopeful. I remain an optimist. I'm an optimist about our region. I'm an optimist about the job I do. I don't think if I wasn't, I don't think I could fly back across the country and back every week and do this. But I'm also an optimist about our country, and I'm an optimist about the fact that eventually we are going to wake up and realize that regardless of political party, we are all Americans first. We all play for Team United States of America, and sometimes we forget about this whole in the balance of the best of times and the worst of times. We forget that that is the best of times. I mean, if you had to pick one day to be born in the whole history of human civilization, it would be today. Poverty is lower than it has ever been. Educational attainment is higher than it's ever been. Mobility is higher than it's ever been. By just about any objective measurement, longevity, lifespan, healthcare, any objective measurement, we are doing better than we have ever been. And it's true.
Excuse me, I do have to entertain a motion to extend your time.
Motion to extend your time
10
by 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Oh, I don't need another 15.
And a
I'll
second.
wrap it
No,
up.
we have to close this session.
Just a little bit of
The girls need a couple
housekeeping.
minutes to reset the computers.
So I
and
just
we
need
come
a
right back.
verbal vote?
Aye.
Okay, good, 15 minutes.
All right,
Thank you.
I don't want
Please,
to
sorry
overstay my
interrupt your
welcome.
thought.
So
Just
I'll-
give us about 2 minutes. They have to reset the computers.
Okay, I will wrap up. But I mean, when you're talking about the best of times or the worst of times, these are the best of times. And yes, there are many things we need to work on. I wish we could eradicate poverty. I wish we could eradicate homelessness. It's a huge problem for us. In our district, I wish we had more mobility. I wish great institutions like VVC existed other places as well. and do the great work that you do in empowering our young people and spreading educational attainment. But that none of that should distract from the fact that these are the best of times, and I wish we could remember that as we sit down and we work together. So please let me know what I can do better to help you achieve your mission, but it's an honor to represent you in Washington, D.C., and an honor to be having this conversation with you tonight. Thank you.
Congressman, if you just give us a couple, like 2 minutes, we may have some questions for you, but they just
Okay.
have to reset these computers.
No, that's
No,
after.
no.
We don't have to
After?
reset
No, you're-
anything,
you're good.
so if
Okay, there,
anybody has
okay.
any questions.
You can go ahead and ask questions or interact.
I guess going back to the Pell Grant issue, why would that be something that would be so hard for anybody, no matter what side of the fence you're on, to approve?
Well, so the problem is that we are running a huge federal deficit right now. In fact, we're about 30% in deficit. And although in the history of our country there have been times that we've been in deficit and times we've been in surplus, we have never been in such a long period of deficit absent something like a war or a depression. So long term, we cannot sustain this deficit. And I can give you my 60-minute monologue on this issue because as someone, my doctorate's in public sector budgeting and I sit on the House Budget Committee, but I won't bore you with that. I mean, take my word for it, this is not a sustainable place to be. However, so everyone is looking around for places that we can reduce federal spending. However, I make the case to anyone who will listen that a dollar invested in education at the federal level is about the best return on investment that you can get anywhere in federal government. It yields multiple dollars, not just in tax revenue in the future, and not only on a discounted to present value basis, but also in other social benefits like reduced incarceration, upward social mobility, decreased poverty. It reduces the need for federal investments in things like prisons and jails and homelessness programs in the future. So Pell Grant funding, which should be the last thing we look to cut, and that's the message that we've been delivering. I'm so happy that we were successful in delivering that message this time around, but the fight continues.
So my question would revolve around health care and the Unaffordable Health Care Act. What is being done to address the continuing rising costs for Americans?
Right. This is something that I am very concerned about. As you probably know, I sit on the Health Subcommittee, which is ground zero for federal discussions about healthcare costs and healthcare spending in the federal government. As you say, we have discovered that the so-called Affordable Care Act is anything but affordable. And as these premium increases continue to compound on each other, we've seen the struggles that they produce in people that are just trying to provide adequate health care to their families. So we are trying to transform our healthcare system into a system where incentives are aligned instead of the system we have where incentives are not aligned. Right now we have middlemen like insurance companies and pharmaceutical benefit managers who make money by denying care to people, right? And we can't be surprised at that. That's the way that the system is set up to work. Instead, we need a healthcare system where consumers are in the driver's seat and where they are empowered to make their own decisions about healthcare, and where we have functional healthcare markets where providers are competing for people's healthcare dollars instead of charging this opaque price that no one understands except insurance companies. So we are trying to catalyze that transformation. We had a bill that passed the House of Representatives just a couple months ago in December that is a great first step along that process. It's currently being debated in the Senate, and I gave you my 30-minute monologue on all the good stuff in that bill, but basically it moves us towards that market-based system. We also made some great progress in H.R. 1, and one of the things that we were concerned about, this is the bill we passed last summer, one of the things we were concerned about is the possible impact on rural healthcare providers like the ones that I represent. And so we fought for and got in the bill a $2 billion rural healthcare transformation fund that is going to be spent on catalyzing increased investments in rural healthcare in districts like this one. And I'm very happy that just last month we announced the distribution of that fund to states like California, and California got hundreds of millions of those dollars. And now we are pressuring the state to quickly release those funds to the places it needs to go, like the ones, the healthcare providers right here in the high desert.
Also, as a veteran, I want to thank you for the progress you've made for VA healthcare, and that has helped quite a few folks, and continue that effort, please.
No, certainly, yeah. I'm really overjoyed that during the last reapportionment, my district was changed to include Loma Linda. That gives me a lot more visibility into the good and the bad that goes on there, and a lot more ability to influence what they do to try and improve health care for our veterans. And I represent a lot of them, as you probably know, 5 major military bases, over 40,000 veterans in my district.
And I know Dr. Griffin.
Yes, I do have a question. Yeah, thank you for being here, first of all. Years ago, I was an English teacher at a high school level, and we always try to impress our students on the notion of becoming as sharp as they could, because with the technological advances, the world is increasingly smaller, and that students would be one day competing with the likes of students from Finland and Japan and those kinds of things. And now, though, to hear you talk about AI, and that was before AI, of course, but to hear you talk about AI and job creation, and recently I was watching 60 Minutes and they were talking about AI eliminating jobs. So I'd like, if you could, to give me an idea of some of these jobs that AI is going to be creating, because
Sure.
unemployment is
Right.
still high, yes.
Well, I mean, and this is part of our problem. I had a town hall that I did in Loma Linda a month ago, and we were talking about AI and going through what lawyers call the parade of horribles, all the bad stuff that can happen, because those are the bad things that we try and prevent when we come up with regulation. And at the end of it, I asked for questions, and a little woman in the front row raised her hand and said, Congressman, if AI is so terrible, why don't we just ban it? And I thought my head was going to explode, because obviously we'd spent so much of the time talking about the possible disruptions that AI could cause, and not any time talking about the potential upsides. You know, two things, one of which, I mean, everyone on the dais, I'm sure, is already aware, AI is already the most powerful tool for the dissemination of human knowledge that mankind has ever created. It can already teach anyone anything that they want to learn about in whatever learning style is optimal for them. But second, AI will shortly be the most powerful tool for the enhancement of human productivity that we have ever created. And that's going to have profound impacts on human empowerment. So to answer your specific question, technological advancements have always been disruptive to the job market. Most recently the internet, but going all the way back to the printing press. But they've always created more human jobs than they have displaced. It's certainly been true of the internet. So, you know, what kind of jobs could AI create? Let me give you two specific examples. So, most people are aware that last year we had a long-lasting and very disruptive strike in Hollywood by the Hollywood scriptwriters. And what the union was concerned about is they wanted a prohibition against the use of AI by movie studios to automate the creation of movie scripts, out of a belief that AI was going to cost human scriptwriters their jobs. And you know, that was a central tenet in that dispute. But I thought, like, how short-sighted, because, you know, when I look at an AI-empowered world, I see a world in 10 years when I go on Netflix and I'm not watching a show that's created once for the entire Netflix audience to watch the way it is today. I see a world where I'm watching a show that's created in real time by generative AI just for me, based on what I feel like watching today and what I've enjoyed watching in the past. And if you think about that world, that is many, many more jobs for human scriptwriters than we have right now. Yes, it will be human scriptwriters that understand how to use AI to empower themselves, but more jobs for humans nonetheless. I'll give you another example. It's a little more far-fetched. There is an annual survey done of graduating high school seniors that, amongst other things, asks them the question, what career do you most aspire to? So back when I was growing up in the 1970s, not to date myself, but the answer to that question for my generation was astronaut. It was the tail end of the Apollo space program. We all wanted to be astronauts. Can you guess what the answer to the question last year for last year's graduating seniors?
Influencer.
Yes, social media influencer.
Wow.
100 points, gold star.
So,
Jen just graduated high school last year.
Yes.
oh, well, that would explain it.
You sure you didn't text that to her?
No, I promise. So ignoring for the moment the somewhat disturbing thing that says about our young people,
Right.
think about this. Think about how you would articulate pre-internet, which was just a few years ago. How would you articulate to somebody what a social media influencer was, what they did, and how they added enough value to society that people could become wealthy doing that? we wouldn't even have the vocabulary for that, because that's one of 1,000 different careers that the internet created that didn't even exist before. Not only did it didn't exist, we couldn't even imagine them existing. AI is going to be like that.
Thank you.
Technological advancements always have been.
I just worry about their acquiring health care. How do they get their health care? I don't get it. Okay, go ahead.
I think,
Oh,
Trustee Wood, did you have some?
Yeah,
I've got somebody.
sorry. You're next.
Also, as a veteran, thank you for all the great work in the VA. On the flip side, what I've been seeing a lot lately in the news is the VA going through and looking to re-rate based upon, are you aware of what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
The re-ratings. It seems that the advocacy groups have got the brakes on the VA currently, but that's a big concern for a lot of my veteran friends. Just this morning, my entire drive to work, I was talking to my cousin, who's a 30-year retired Marine Corps and Army veteran. My entire ride to work was talking to him about that. He's 100% disabled after 30 years, most of that in combat zones. This is a hot topic. Everybody I know, prior military, everybody is up in arms over this re-rating scheme, and I think everybody's probably worried about it. I saw Mr. DeVericus walk in. I'm sure you're worried about it, right?
Trustee Wood, 3 minutes.
Everybody's up in arms. So do you have any influence on the VA? Or are they doing this on their own?
They're doing this on their own. Their motivations are the same ones we were talking about a few minutes ago, to spend less money. But this is an effort that I vehemently disagree with and I'm fighting against. And the good news is we in Congress do have something to say about this. And further good news, the chairman of the Veterans Affairs Committee, Mike Bost, a good friend of mine, and is also in vehement disagreement with this. In fact, he was here in the district, that was a year or two ago, and we took him around to a couple of the different VA organizations here, introducing him. And everyone was impressed with his heart for veterans, because, I mean, as a veteran himself, he gets it. So, you know, we continue to make progress on trying to get our vets the care that they were promised. I'm really happy that after years and years of pushing, we were able to get the PACT Act signed into law a little over 2 years ago, maybe a little over a year and a half. I don't know. It was a couple of years ago, and we're now getting into the implementation phase on that, where we're getting the vets that had exposure to these burn pits and these toxic fumes in places like Iraq and Afghanistan with clear service-related disabilities. The health care and the compensation they're deserved. We absolutely cannot go backwards. And
Actually,
you know what?
It's funny you brought up the PAC Act. The presumptive disabilities, I have a few of those, and I applied and was denied on all of them. So
Did you reapply after the PAC Act passed?
No, this is after PAC Act.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, if this is a good segue into my pitch for constituent services. I have a district office. I mean, my primary role in Congress is not to vote on things, but to represent you when you have a dispute with your federal government. So when you get that disapproval letter, the first person you should call is me, because I've got people in my district office who are bulldogs for going to fight with the VA to get our vets the benefits that they were promised. So not just you, but anyone who's listening, if you're a vet, if you know a vet, and they're having a problem with any aspect of federal government, call my office and let us help.
Perfect.
Good to know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You just brought up
that's great.
PAC Act.
So we have about 20
Congressman,
seconds.
I've got just,
Joe, can I get two more things? One,
20 seconds.
for your Texas congressman you introduced us to, can you let him know that I'm wearing their baseball team's jersey?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
You remember
so
what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
sure. Yep.
Okay, all right.
Brandon, we're going to have to take a motion to extend because we're at 15. So I'll entertain a
motion to extend for 5 minutes.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 5 more minutes. Thank
Okay.
you. Sorry.
Madam Chair, let the
I'm a
record
stickler.
reflect that this was not me talking. This was you guys
This
talking.
is him, and he's
Okay,
talking about
just-
baseball
I just want the
jerseys or
record clear.
something.
All
It's
right.
you. It's not
Jay,
you.
we're
There's
super
no
happy to
media
have
here
you here.
tonight.
You know how the rules go. We got to keep the
Sure,
clock.
I got it.
So
Second thing.
surmise your thoughts, please.
I'm aware that at least back last time we spoke, you used to host a dinner. You talked about how you try very hard to not be a partisan guy. You're not a partisan guy. Could you tell everybody else about the dinner you host to that end, because I think it's very interesting,
Important.
and I think it's very, I think it's genius, honestly.
Sure. No, we continue to do that. My wife and I run the Bipartisan Dinner Series in Washington, and what we do is once a month we have 5 Republicans and 5 Democrats. We invite them over to our townhouse on Capitol Hill. My wife cooks a home-cooked meal, which, believe me, we don't get a lot of in D.C., and we just sit down and break bread together, and no politics allowed. We try not to talk about policy at all if it's at all controversial. Our object is to get to know each other and to establish relationships with each other, because the thinking is the next time one of us is tempted to call someone an idiot on national television instead of a policy, idiotic, that you choose the latter and not the former. And if we can just move the needle that much, maybe we'll take those necessary steps towards remembering that we all are supposed to be on the same team.
Love that. Thank you.
Last question, Congressman. I think we all appreciate, everybody in here appreciates your optimism. Are we ever going to, in our lifetime, see a bill on immigration and on health insurance that the country can live with?
Well, I hope so.
When?
There are few topics that are as polarized as this in Washington, D.C. And unfortunately, when talking about immigration, for example, I think that you can't solve the problem piecemeal. It has to be solved atomically, with just one bill. It's kind of a grand compromise. Because, on the one hand, our immigration system is horribly broken, and it has been broken for an entire generation now. We need to remember that we are a nation based on the contribution of immigrants. And immigrants bring much more to our country, legal immigrants bring much more to our country than they take away. And so we need to expand our system of legal, merit-based immigration.
Absolutely.
And it's partially because that system has been allowed to decay and because it's so dysfunctional now that we have the other concomitant problems that we have. At the same time, however, we cannot be a country unless we are willing to enforce our immigration laws. And we have gone far too down the path of saying, because I disagree with this law, I don't think it ought to be enforced. Look at the controversy over the actions of ICE in the last 6 months. And we need to agree that we are a nation based on the rule of law. And so whatever the law is, we can debate it, we can disagree with each other, we can rail and pound the table, but at the end of the day, the law is the law and the law should be followed. And if we go down the opposite path of that, we've gone down a very dark path. So those two things have to go together, in my opinion, a commitment to enforcing existing immigration law paired with a commitment to reforming this broken system to make it so it's easier for people who want nothing more than to come to this country and contribute to do that.
Healthcare, you think we'll get there?
We started with Mr. Terrell to have that discussion about the things that are wrong with our healthcare system. I think we can in time, if only because the system is on the precipice of being intolerable for so many people. When we get to the point where, I think the average healthcare premium, health insurance premium for a family of 4 is over $20,000 a year now.
Correct.
No one can afford that. Working families can't afford that. And so, and yet the things that are driving those premiums, the cost of pharmaceuticals for one, the cost of labor for another, those show no signs of relenting. So that is already unaffordable for a large swath of our population, and that is what's going to drive the change, unfortunately, not some kind of altruism. It's going to get to the point where the only alternative is to fix it. And although I don't prefer to govern that way, if it gets fixed, I'll take what we can get.
Great.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your comments and taking our questions. And just thank you for fitting us in. And it was a great meeting.
Well, thank you, everyone. It's an honor to have you in our community, an honor to represent you in Washington.
So now we have to allow time to switch over the meeting.
Motion to adjourn the special
Thank you.
meeting.
Thank you. I second. Thank you.
Haley, you want to
It
help
is.
them
Yes.
with their computer?
And go ahead and take your technology breaks. Sure.
Hold on.
He wants to do a photo.
We'll come out there.
You want all of us out there, or?
Yes. Even Joe.
Oh, I don't want me.
All right, closer than we like each other. Here we go. All right, right here. 1, 2, and 3. I'm the one that makes it on the press release. 1, 2, and 3. All right, everybody else.
That's how you get them all to focus to you.
We've been trying to put this together for a year.
That was really informative.
I'm gonna run to
You gonna run?
Yes, sir. I think we are doing a little technology break.
I got hers.
Honestly, lunch. Oh, is that why? Did you already lunch? She didn't lunch yet.
I already have mine up.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm on the regular. Oh, join the meeting. Got it. There you go.
I have. My biggest challenge right now is trying to get or something.
You saw what they did in Australia.
All right, you got all 3 of us are good.
All right, fantastic. Then we're all ready to go.
They're all, what?
Calling to order for our regular session at 6:24. And I start with roll call. Thank you.
Again,
Again, did anybody escape?
Brandon tried.
I'm gone.
Trustee Tarpley,
Here.
Trustee Brady.
Still here.
Here.
Trustee Terrell.
Here.
Trustee Griffin,
Here?
Trustee Wood,
Here.
Student Trustee Reyes,
Here.
Superintendent President Dr. Walden.
Here.
Pledge of allegiance to the flag. Another. Oh, Andrew.
Got volunteer.
Andrew jumped up again.
Very patriotic.
I love.
Please put your right hand over your heart. Face the flag. Ready and begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for volunteering as tribute.
Prayer.
And we have somebody from a religious organization that wants to volunteer.
Pastor Richardson, please come
Thank
forward.
you for being here.
Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your attendance, and thank you for your prayer.
We're going to turn it up.
Thank you so much.
That's better.
There we go.
Yeah. Just want to say once again, thank you for this opportunity to go before God and ask His presence upon in this meeting that we're having. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, in Jesus' name, we thank you, Lord, for this opportunity to be here on today, Lord. We thank and praise you, Lord, for the opportunity to come together, Lord, and bring our minds together under your guidance and leadership, Lord, as we just think about the things that we can do for the community, Lord. We thank and praise you for all the students, Lord, that consider VBC as an opportunity for them to go, Lord, to enhance their education, Lord, to prepare themselves not only academically, Lord, to become good moral citizens making contributions to the community, Lord, and to the world overall. We ask that you just open up every mind, Lord, that we were receptive, Lord, that we're respectful, Lord, and that we are able to consider even opinions that are contrary to our own, Lord. But we thank you for harmony in the meeting. We thank you for a spirit of unity. We thank you for great things happening because of the decisions that are going forth, Lord. Bless every board member, bless every person present, Lord, and thank you for all the things that we're able to accomplish on today to your glory and the benefit of the Victor Valley Community District, Lord, and all the students and staff members and administrators, Lord, that make things happen here, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray, and we agree by saying amen.
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 Beautiful. Okay, and I have closed session report out. The board met in closed session at 5:03 p.m. All 5 board members were present. Item 2.1 was public employee performance evaluation of the superintendent and president. The board presented its evaluation letter to the superintendent, and the board would like to publicly comment that the superintendent is doing an excellent job, and we are pleased and thrilled with his performance.
Thank you.
You're
Amen.
welcome. Thank you. Okay. We are closed session report out. Announcement of deleted items or corrected.
Yes, I have 2.
Okay.
16.11, Bradley Parker should be Bradley Reddall, Reddall. And under item 16.8, Rebecca Milliken should be Rebecca Milliken, which is spelled incorrect. So the correct spelling is Millikin.
Milliken.
I don't know why it's spelled the same here, but, huh? Oh, the first one was missing a K?
Oh, it was Rebecca instead of Rebecca. R-A-B. Got it? Are those
Oh,
only
it's
2?
Rebecca, the REBECCA.
Yes.
Rebecca that was misspelled. I thought we were working on that
Last
last
name.
name. Sorry.
Okay,
Okay,
and
that's-
those are the only
that's it.
2? Okay. All right, and public comments related to non-agendized items, I do have
Right.
5. Okay, so in order that they are placed on the dais is Vicki Fitch.
Hello, Board of Trustees and President Tarpley. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
You're
It's a
welcome.
rotation.
I know, but that's all right. Girl power.
Thank you,
Okay.
that's right. Amen.
She does a great job.
Yeah.
She actually threatened me in the park.
Did she?
I do,
well,
I do often.
I got it. I mean, she's got some power in the, yeah, anyway, never mind. Today I come here before you as the liaison with Spring Valley Lake, and I wanted to talk to you guys a couple things about WIFM. And you guys know what that is, right? What's in it for me? And we know that you as trustees here at the school need to know what's in it for you. How is Spring Valley Lake going to benefit and help the college? So how can Spring Valley Lake help to build and inspire Victor Valley College? Well, as you know, when I spoke to you in the original, when we were running for election 2 years ago, I told you that I wanted to create the bridge between the 2 parts of Spring Valley Lake. And unfortunately, I received a little bit of opposition there, but we have a plan now. And as a student here in woodworking, I've also taken welding and forklift. I'm forklift certified. Yes, I am. But as liaison, there's partnerships that I tried to put together with the school that I want you guys to know more about. And I brought some people with me to talk to you about some more too. But the automotive, we have an entire fleet of vehicles over in Spring Valley Lake, and we would like to find a way to utilize the school to train your staff on how to do fleets, how to do fleet things, how to utilize our community to benefit the students here. You also have pest control and weed control. There's opportunities for us to help your instructors teach students in real life examples on how you can benefit and how we can benefit as improving our community and blending those things together. We guys have graphics, you've got people doing video, all the things that we're currently doing that we want. I know as an employer and a longtime serial entrepreneur of teaching people real world skills, I'm sure Haley probably can understand that, right? Is that as we learn in school, but we need to learn with our physical opportunities side by side with other people that are recognizing the value and teaching us and guiding us along the way. We also have, I think you guys have some people doing lake biomes because of the ponds and stuff here, and we've got the culture of the lake and what things that we can do. You have sports, you've got swimming, you have your cosmetology program. I got my manicuring license when I was still in school through an ROP program. But we had to have a lot of patrons. We had to have people, and we have a whole community of people that can come and participate in these activities. So the list goes on and on because the connection does, but we want to help more residents become students at VVC, and we want to help VVC and the community interconnect a little bit more. And, in the past, our efforts may not have been encouraged, but today I actually brought a few people with me, my running mates that are coming up with this upcoming election, and other people from our community to tell you how we can serve your community, so we can serve Victor Valley College. So thank you for letting us come here today, and we look forward to building those bridges.
Perfect timing.
Thank you. Yes. Do you have any questions?
Okay. Next, is that Jerry or Terry Fitch? I'm sorry. It's my old lady readers.
So good afternoon or good evening. The better half spoke ahead of me, so I'm Terry Fitch, better known as Vicky's husband. And tonight I want to talk with you about a couple of things. I currently serve as the chair of the Finance Committee at Spring Valley Lake. I'm also very active within the chamber. And I'm part of the leadership team at Spring Valley Lake. And while I'm not here representing the HOA in an official capacity, I'm here because many of us who live adjacent to the college believe there is a great opportunity for stronger collaboration between Spring Valley Lake and Victor Valley College. Our community hosts a number of events throughout the year, including holiday celebrations, concerts, sporting activities, large neighborhood gatherings that often bring hundreds of residents and guests. Because of that, we are frequently looking for quality food trucks, catering services, and event vendors to better serve our community. This is where I believe this could be a mutually beneficial partnership. Victor Valley College has outstanding, I've eaten here, it's good stuff at the department.
Terry, if I could ask you just to speak a little bit louder.
I'm sorry, okay. So Victor Valley College has outstanding culinary programs, hospitality students, entrepreneurial pathways that prepare students for real-world experience. And by connecting your food truck, which I've heard is a brand new item, I'm excited about that, initiatives, catering programs, or student-run culinary ventures with our community events, we could create opportunities for students to gain hands-on experience while also showcasing the talent coming out of the college. At the same time, it allows Spring Valley Lake residents to support local students, local programs, and the college that sits right next door to our community. Our goal is simple: to build a stronger bridge between Victor Valley College and Spring Valley Lake, where the college gains visibility and practical opportunities for students, and our community gains access to talented local vendors and culinary services. I would welcome the opportunity to explore these in a future discussion with perhaps some of the staff here at the college. Thank you.
Thank you. And we have Rhonda Leon. Leon? Okay, fancy. We're going to be fancy today with Leon.
You can be fancy with Leon, or you can just say Leon.
Leon.
I'm fine.
Sorry.
Normally it's just Leon.
Okay.
It's fine with me. But again, I do want to thank you as well for giving me the opportunity to speak with you. I am one of the people that is running with Vicki Fitch because I believe in a lot of the things she has going on. And building that relationship with VVC is something that I have thought about for years. As I told you, I spoke to the board a few months ago and told you I was a graduate from here. So I got my associate's degree from Victor Valley College. I went on to get my bachelor's and master's from Azusa when it was on campus as well. I've watched the college grow from this little tiny college in 1987 to having such an amazing field and stadium for the sport. So I decided what a wonderful thing it would be to be able to share your sports programs with Spring Valley Lake. I think it would be amazing to be able to post your schedules in our Breeze or on our Deep Dive weekly. I myself have looked to try and find some of the games going on, and I'm not very tech savvy, I'm sorry to admit. So it's not as easy for me, but if I could open up that Breeze and just see that football schedule, how awesome that would be, because I could just ride my little bike right down here and see the game. Or that baseball schedule. Baseball, I love. Sports, I love. Raised 2 athletes myself, so perhaps something where if they show their Spring Valley Lake pass, maybe they get a buck or 2 off, or something like that to motivate them to come in and be a part of this college that's here for the taking, the activities. What a family-friendly night out to come and watch the football game. But I don't know that we see that. Like, we don't see that. It's not right in front of us. So I'd like to put that in front of us. Another thing I don't know, do they have sports camps that can be put on here by some of the athletes? I know my son, when he was doing baseball, he would go down to Riverside Community College. But now this campus is so big, we could offer something like that. And I do believe my son had just mentioned to me when I was talking to him on the phone that Sammy Lara, is he still the coach here for soccer or no? Do you know?
Artie's nodding his head.
Yes? Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, he was pivotal in getting my son a national tryout for the
Wow.
national team for soccer. So he's an amazing individual. So I do have a little bit of a connection with him too. I didn't realize he was still here. So I just wanted to bring those ideas to you, being a sports mom, you know, even though my children are grown. I love it. I love getting kids involved in sports because I think it gives them a way to stay out of trouble. So I want to thank you again for letting me speak to you and share my ideas.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Hang on 1 second. We're not allowed to comment
Oh, okay.
either way or any which way what you say. But if you go right, that guy right there, go talk to that guy right there, and he can say to you and work out with you what I'm thinking.
Well, also the lady in the white jacket is interested in alumni information.
Awesome.
It won't cost you a lot to talk to.
Right.
Just a little.
Just 10.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Steve Troop. He goes on that side then. No worries. Daniel Barton? Okay. I didn't know if it was Bartow.
It's not as easy
Hey, it definitely makes me sound like an actress like that. Bartow.
Right?
Hey, I
From
got
Louisiana.
Thank you very much for letting me speak to you guys. I am running the same ticket that Vicki is. I love that lady. I am telling you what, she is the people connector. In fact, just the other night, I ended up putting something together here. And she was throwing some ideas, and she said, Dan, how can we bridge college with over at Spring Valley Lake? And I brought some, and I didn't realize I couldn't bring that there. But just to let you know, I think I got Joe beat on this one here. I've been in this community here for 40 years, you guys. I've watched this place grow. I've watched the lake be dug out. Right over there, I've got a newspaper over there, you guys. That is on opening day. That's 1969, November the 14th. And here's how we can bridge. And I got to thinking, and I thought, how can we take our talents and work together? And here is the cool thing. And I got to thinking about this, and when Vicki was mentioned to me, she goes, how can you put your talents to bridge the college? How can we do something so great? And I had this made, you guys. It's probably a postage stamp to you guys is right here. I would have had it made bigger. I didn't know, okay? So I'm gonna put it right here.
Thank you, Haley.
Okay, you got it. Hey, you know what? I got some for him too. I got some. Here You got it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Think about this.
You're the best.
56 years, you guys. This place hasn't been in development. November the 14th, 1969, and I figured if you took 10 trucks per day for the 56 years, that would be 204,400 trucks. And that's a low estimate. Think about it. That's 20,000 days, 440 days there. But how can we help? How can we be partners on that here, you guys? So these trucks have helped build Spring Valley Lake, the community. You guys got this truck program, those big, beautiful trucks sitting out there, you guys. And I thought, how can we do this? I myself have been with Yellow Freight before they ended up going bankrupt for 40 years. And I was a big part of that. I mean, even to the state championship, I had even the million-mile safety person. I've got all those awards. But we can bring it together, demonstrations of the CDL training trucks and instructors that you guys happen to have. I will put this together for you guys to introduce the residents and the young adults in the trucking careers that you guys offer, okay? What's that going to do? That's going to support the workforce, the development in our whole region, the community benefits that benefits you guys and us. It's going to strengthen the local education, the partnerships, encourage new career opportunities, which you guys are already doing. You guys already got that here. It will help build.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry you're limited to 3 minutes.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
All right.
You guys got the information.
Same thing, we can't comment, but see the guy in the blue shirt?
Okay. Oh, is he your truck guy?
That guy can say to you what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And last
Thank you.
call. Thank you very much. Last call for Steve Troop? No? Okay. So he's staying on this side. Thank you. Go. Yeah, I can't deal with that right now. Okay, moving on. We did public comments, so we're going to take 6.1 Board of Trustee goals.
Steve Terrell.
Thank you.
So a caring campus update highlighting human resources. Victor Valley College's Human Resources Department continues to support the Caring Campus initiative by embedding student-centered practices throughout the employee life cycle. A Caring Campus question has been added to the employment application, and hiring committees are encouraged to include a Caring Campus-focused interview question to assess candidates' commitment to supporting students. Caring Campus behavioral commitments have also been incorporated into the CSEA employee evaluation process, and a Caring Campus question has been added to the confidential exit questionnaire to help reinforce a culture of care and gather feedback. As far as the Aspen Prize goes, through various efforts, we continue to make consistent percentage point gains in 3-year graduation rates for first-time, full-time students, completions per 100 full-time equivalent students, and 3-year graduation rates for students of color and Pell recipients. The latest data, calculated by Aspen, is still lagging by 5 years. On March 20th, a group of select faculty who have demonstrated higher than average student success and retention rates will be meeting in person with Dr. Brad Phillips and Todd Scott to discuss ways in which other faculty can learn from their practices.
Fabulous. Thank you. And we have some special presentations.
Well, before that, you have individual Board of Trustee reports.
Oh, I checked off the wrong one. My mistake. So let's begin with Brandon Arthur Wood.
All right. Attended an exceptional gala. Thank you very much to the foundation for putting on a wonderful evening.
Woo! Do you remember how much they raised?
$160,000.
Pretty impressive.
Am I close enough? It was like 159, right? Or
162.
162. All right.
We sure are.
80% of that was from the bar sales, probably, right? Excellent event. So much fun. Love the silent auction. It's always fun to walk that and see what's going on.
And wear the football helmet after.
And yes, and then there's pictures flying around of me in the football helmet that I don't even know who. Somebody in my group bid on the VVC basket and won it, and then everyone took turns wearing the football helmet in the Uber on the way home. Some very funny photos. We went home with a few different baskets. Excellent event. Also had the pleasure of attending, I think last Thursday, the President's Circle luncheon with an exceptional presentation from our own nursing director who's here, Carmen. It was a fitting day for me to be a guest with Kathleen and Courtney on the nursing day. Excellent lunch, as always, excellent presentation. The other thing that that's very near and dear to my heart that Joe and I both attended, we had the court reporter steering committee meeting. I think we call it a steering committee? Is that officially what it was called? Excellent meeting. Court staff, various employers, Judge Morgan was in attendance. The full presentation of the program. The program looks exceptional. Looks like it's going to be just another VVC top-notch, best in the state, best in the nation kind of a program coming out. So I'm very proud to be a part of that, very proud to see that coming together, and can't wait to attend the first graduation of the court reporter school. And I think that's it, but somebody else will say something else and I'll say, oh yeah, I was at that too. But for now, that's enough.
We'll just go down the line if you're okay with that.
Right on. Good evening. So last month I wasn't able to make it. One of the hats that I wear is I'm an educational consultant, so I had to do some contractual work in another district. But I'm happy to be here today. On February 24th, ASB sponsored a Black History Month program that was exceptional. One of the things that happened during the program was our very own Mrs. Carkery shared a few excerpts from her book, which is entitled, When is the Last Time You Felt Your Baby Move? And she had like a question interview session where someone was asking her questions about some very intimate parts of her pregnancy and some of the misfortunes related to her pregnancy. And so it was a very poignant moment, and she's to be commended for sharing that. And she said that the reason she did it was so that women who suffer miscarriages, who oftentimes suffer in isolation, that they could feel that there's community. And so she has a book that's for sale, I think, on Amazon. But it was really, I took a lot away from that. Also, the featured speaker that night was one of my favorite actresses, a woman named Miss Dawn Lewis. So she's a very amazing actress. You may have seen her on A Different World, but we were able to secure her. I'm sorry. And she came and she told a story about how it was that she was able to make it in the entertainment industry against the odds. I'm sorry. And so her story was one about being young and gifted and Black and being exceptional and rising, you know, against the odds and making it in the entertainment. And I always love those kinds of stories where faith is involved and exceptionalism and just hard work. And so that was really, really good. What else did I do? Oh, and then last week I attended the AMEND conference. AMEND is a nationally recognized organization that mentors African-American men. Well, I shouldn't say only African-American. It began mentoring African-American males in college. But now they've kind of widened their scope, and anybody who's in college, all males that are in college that are seeking growth and mentorship and academic support, they welcome. And it was really, really good. One of my major takeaways is that they gave some data that suggests that the students who, how did it go? The students who participate in AMEND have a greater transfer rate, a significantly greater transfer rate to four-year universities than those who don't, which suggests that perhaps that might be a charter that we want to secure here, given our numbers. And I think we once did at one time, right? We chartered The amendment?
No, we're still working on getting it.
Oh, okay. So it's something that's in the work. But anyway, it's a really wonderful conference. I was a part of a couple of discussions that I didn't know, just kind of impromptu, just kind of happened that related to academic rigor. So I had a really great time, made a lot of wonderful connections. Our students, I didn't know our students were actually there as well with the Umoja advisor, Mr. Kroom. And yeah, it was just really, really wonderful. I'm glad I got a chance to go.
I think we had about 20 go.
Absolutely.
20 students.
Yep, and it was great. And that's it. Thank you.
Can I add one more quick thing?
Sure.
Happy birthday to Mrs. Griffin.
Absolutely.
Make
Thank
sure
you.
she
I'll tell her
watches
that.
that part of the tape.
Today's my wife's birthday. Thank you.
Happy birthday,
Thank you for
Mrs. Griffin.
letting him be
She's
here.
sharing me.
Yes. Go ahead.
Down there? We're here.
You. I'm looking at you.
Cool. Kirsten, your staff, again, another great gala. I mean, great gala, great venue. A big kudo to Trustee Wood. I think this was our 17th industry lunch that we've done. So they've been very successful in the last 3 years, really led by Dr. McKenzie, Richard Radcliffe, Frank Castanos, Charlotte Allen. The idea is that we meet with different industry groups. Court reporting was now one of them, to let them know more about what we're doing and what they need. So the next one's going to be security officers. It's probably not a shopping center up here you don't drive into that there's not a security officer, so that's going to be one of our next ones. Trustee Griffin, I read your dissertation. I haven't read a dissertation in a long time, but I enjoyed it. It's technical reading, and I would suggest anybody here that would like to have a great understanding of the work that goes into it, get one. Somebody sent me to one, and I think get it. But it was very, very interesting. I enjoyed it. I attended the Victor Valley Union High School District lunch in this room 2 weeks ago, Wednesday. It was packed, and it was nothing but awards. And I'm going to tell you, I got home and I said to my wife, Deb, that high school has really got its act together. You can see what Superintendent Carl Coles has done. It just everything was clicking. They've really done a great job. They have drama and their music and everything else. So I'm having lunch with him real soon, and I'm real pleased. I think somebody talked about President's Circle. If you're not, for those in Spring Valley Lake, if you really want to get connected here, join President's Circle. That nice lady in the back there will be glad to take your $1,000 check. It is. I want to get credit for those, okay? No, I'm telling you, our executive chef here is the best chef between Ontario and Las Vegas, bar none. And the lunch that we had last week, I mean, absolutely bar none. It's easy to substantiate a $250 lunch when you have lunch with Tyler. So it'd be a great way for you to connect with the college, because I think one of the problems I've seen, we talked about these relationships with Spring Valley. They never happen. A lot of hot air. Hopefully that will change. Let me see here. President's Circle, Victor. I'm just going through my list here. I think that's it. We had a busy month and a great month, and I'm just glad we're doing what we're doing. So, Trustee Terrell.
Hi. I was fortunate enough to chair the first quarter Manufacturing, Engineering, and Industrial Technology Apprenticeship Network so that we can continue to develop apprentices for many of the programs that are offered here at VVC. The launch program then invited me to a conference with all the state community colleges to give them some understanding of how businesses can get involved with community colleges. And I'll use Victor Valley College as a prime example of how to get involved. Richard in the back there has helped out immensely. There's one program I still need to get done, and I know we'll get that done eventually. I also had the opportunity to collaborate with Barstow Community College and their CTE program, sat on an advisory workshop for industrial maintenance mechanic, which I have a little bit of experience with. I did also attend the Victor Valley College Gala. Kirsten, thank you very much. Wonderful job. The next night, I had the opportunity to go to the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce Evening Affair. Didn't see you there. Which is a great way to see some of the new restaurants and businesses in the Greater High Desert. Unfortunately, I had to miss the President's Circle. Kirsten, thanks for the reminder, because I was up in Sacramento for meeting with our legislature. I actually got to meet with Assemblyman Carrillo He sent Joe his best regards. And I got a...
We actually have a good working relationship.
I got a nice picture with him, and actually...
It was a nice picture.
Workforce Development was also up there at the same time, so I got to see our county workforce development and collaborate on some of the things that they were talking to the legislature about. Hopefully they heard 1% of what we said, but sometimes it's, 1%, and
Hey.
that's mine.
Thank you. Haley?
Hello, everyone. So I also attended the Hall of Fame. Again, an amazing gala put on by the foundation. I'm proud to be a board of director. But also, it's just a constant reminder to keep working hard because I too want to be on that Hall of Fame one day.
Shameless plug.
You'll get there, yeah.
I'm trying. I took a picture with Martha Mendez and Kim Aguilar. I was the only one in the picture.
Cash
that has
contributions
not been in the
taken.
Hall of Fame. So, so as everyone has said, the President's Circle has happened. However, I was unable to attend, but we like to somehow put Club Rush and President's Circle on the same day so that the community members can see what the students are doing to engage every single day. We had over 30 clubs and departments participate with lots of activities and sign-ups on the club's parts, and then we fed nearly 500 students every day. So an amazing job put on by ASB and our Club Rush committee. So ASB leaves this Thursday to Washington, D.C., where we will be laying a wreath on Friday for the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Arlington National Cemetery. The honor guard will consist of 3 students, and we have also requested our advisor, Robert Sewell, to be a part of this, as he has never done it. So that was a big thing. And then we also have legislative meetings with Congressman Obernolte, Senator Schiff, and we are working on getting a meeting with Senator Padilla. But so within these, we have to always give a 2-minute speech. So these past couple weeks, our advisor has been teaching us to spit. Now bear with me, I know it sounds random. All right, to spit means to be specific, personal, informative, and trustworthy.
Did she get an A? Yes.
Thank you. These speeches are important because we're connecting it back to what matters in education for students. So Pell Grant, federal work study, inspiring them with actual student stories of why education is changing lives. And so that's basically what we've been working on. And then we are going to attend SSCCC General Assembly March 26th to the 29th, where we will be defending 5 resolutions. And so we're also excited for that. Yes, back-to-back trips.
So busy. So attended all of those events as well. Not High Desert, sorry, I didn't go to that. And great job, I'm sorry, and not the court reporting. However, today was the 5th annual Women's History event right next door, where I was invited to give a little introduction, as well as Dr. Tarango, who was very gracious in her comments, and we are very lucky to have Dr. Tarango in leadership, representing women, and so I just wanted to thank you for your remarks. They were lovely. And Charlotte Allen and the Queen, Regina Witherspoon Bell, hosted, and it was a lovely event put on just this afternoon. And then last week, Tuesday, I attended the San Bernardino County Medical Association dinner, which was up here in the High Desert. I'm going to encourage them to call us next time because we were way too big for the little room that we were at the Courtyard Marriott. So, and then I'm going to encourage and invite Carmen to join that association so that she can have a good time with her colleagues. Pretty fun. So with that, I will close just because it is too much talking. Am I right?
Okay.
I'm right.
All right, so 8.1, ask Artie Allen if he would present to the board and the public tonight all the many things that we're doing with the pickleball to offer it to our local community. Tim?
Not at all.
Voice
I
here.
like it.
I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so greetings, trustees, Dr. Walden, colleagues. Yeah, with all the important stuff we have going on, I am here to bring you a pickleball update. So, believe it or not, there's
Fastest growing
been
sport in North America.
That was beautiful.
there has been some high anticipation from students and community members. People have come up to me at the club and other places. How can they get on these pickleball courts that we have here? So I will let you know that today. Next slide, please. So there's some pictures there. They've been done for probably a couple of months now, and they look beautiful. As you can see, there's the VVC logo there. And so the courts are complete. So we got together, Dr. Tarango got a team of us together to discuss how we would implement pickleball. All right, and so we had Frank Castaños was involved, Richard Ratcliffe, Chris Nunez, obviously Dr. Tarango, and some others. And the goal of the group was to prioritize students, but also give opportunities for the community and others to be involved with pickleball. Next slide, please. So we have several options here. And the first option is a credit pickleball class, and that obviously serves VVC students. And some benefits there of obviously earning college credit, some of those benefits. But the main thing is how to access these options. And the course is available now. We start April 20th. So it's an open entry course. Right now, our hours are going to be Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And so that is our credit pickleball class. So that's the first option. The next option is for the community, and this is the community education pickleball, obviously through Frank, and this is going to serve community members, and there is an opportunity to register online for this. I don't recall the actual cost of it, but it's going to be very affordable for community members to get involved there, and he's looking at doing weekend sessions. We have questions already?
No, he said it's cheap.
Yes, yes.
It's just cheap.
Sorry,
Yes,
it just made
it
me
is.
laugh. Sorry.
It is. It's going to be very inexpensive.
That's a better word.
Very affordable.
Yes, yes. And so community ed pickleball. Keep in mind that all these options are on a new website that we have, which I'll show you on the last slide. Something that we're working on that we haven't yet been able to launch or roll out is really targeting senior groups, emeritus population, and so we hope to, we're in planning right now and working on some revisions to some of our courses that we have that may be able to allow for us to collect apportionment for a class like that.
Love that.
And then lastly, through Chris Nunez, the public has the opportunity to rent out the facility. All right, and so that's going to be just as any other building and facilities that we have here on campus. It'll have to go through Chris Nunez. He will have the established rates to rent out the court. And so those are our four options.
And liability waivers.
Next, please. Lastly, I wanted to kind of show you all some of the marketing strategies that we're using right now to get the word out there for pickleball. You can see we do have a new pickleball page on the VVC webpage. And so all of these options are available to you there. There's links available to take you directly to those places. Richard Ratcliffe did some work to get us a billboard out there as well. And then we're also working with Andrew to get some stuff here at the campus on our marquees. And so we really hope that you guys talk to the community, talk to your people that you know that may want to come out and get involved with pickleball. And yeah, that's about it. Any questions?
I like how you use the senior for the billboard.
So the reason I said that the pickleball courts were affordable is because
cheap.
With community ed, the Title V regulation from the Ed Code is any community ed class, you don't make a profit on it, but you have to cover your expense. So that's why it's just basically paying for an instructor to be there to protect the property and show you how to do it.
And the billboard.
I don't think they have lecture and all that, but that's the whole community ed program. So it is a fee for service, but, once we have the non-credit, how far are we from having that developed, Rick? Yeah, have you started the course, writing the courses? Okay, so as soon as they get through the state, because they do have to be state approved, then we can offer, those classes will be free. So the non-credit classes will not be charged for those. And the state pays us for you attending those classes, which is at a pretty good rate. So that's a great thing for the college.
Did you know that Brandon's father is a champion pickleball player?
I did not know that.
At Indian Wells,
Actually,
in fact?
Yes, you're correct.
I know, I remember.
He's actually a national champion.
Oh, I forgot a word,
Competed
sorry.
in tournaments, like qualifying tournaments, and then you qualified for nationals. He's won
Did you text him?
nationals a couple of times. This last nationals, he took second place and swore he would never ever play pickleball again. He's a sore loser. I hope he watches the tape. But on the flip, he is so stoked. He lives in Phoenix. He is so stoked on this pickleball thing that when I told him after our last meeting that it's here, it's really happening, he wanted me to offer his appearance, his support,
Ribbon cutting, perhaps.
etc. He's willing to fly out from Phoenix and teach a clinic, be present for any kind of pickleball stuff. He very much would like to be involved. He's willing, like I say, teach a clinic or.
You would
and I'll
love
say
Bill
this:
Wood, I'm just saying.
this last year, he swore he'd never play pickleball again. He was playing like 3 days later. He took second place at nationals. He's 71 years old.
Oh, wow.
Took second place.
Bill Wood. Bill Wood.
Yeah.
Hopefully
He's won multiple times, but he was all mad when he took second. So anything you need, he will fly out here, and he wants to be a part and volunteer for anything you need for the pickleball program.
Fantastic. Hopefully we can produce the next national champion.
Yeah.
All right.
Artie, if I just sent you a V card, I've never met this guy, but we're friends. I probably sent him 50 articles. I'm sure he knows your dad. He was best friends with a friend of mine in the escrow business down in Southern California. He's actually called Mr. Pickleball nationally. His name's Ronnie
Pickleball.
Nemchuk. We've never met. We've talked. When John Nolan talked about doing this, he asked me, he said, could you get him on up here? He said, he'd be more glad to. So I sent you his V card.
Okay.
So his contact, so feel free to give him a call. But I think with him and with Brandon's dad, I mean, it'd be an honor to come down and kind of watch these guys because it really is such a fastly growing sport. Yeah,
absolutely.
And if we are going to have some kind of a big opening,
we got celebs
we definitely
for ya.
should invite John Nolan because this was his vision. He's the first one to talk about it 6, 7, 8 years ago, and I didn't even know what he was talking about. He started talking about pickleball. All I could think was a pickle, and I was thinking, what is that?
No, he's just
Mr. Pickleball.
Yeah.
I love pickleball. I play 2-3 times a week. So.
Do you really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. That's why it looks so good.
Oh, hey.
There you go.
Well, thank you,
I need to start
No,
playing.
but John really should come down here. I know he has to come down here soon for something else, but I think coordinated that with him. It was really his idea to spear this whole thing on.
It sure was.
Yeah, so maybe I'll connect with the group and see if we plan to do some, formal.
Sounds like you should.
Yeah,
Mr.
something formal
Pickleball.
there,
Be a good marketing thing.
Yeah, I still have John's number, so, yeah.
Thank you, Artie.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Artie.
Mr. Pickleball, that is a thing. No idea.
So, Dr. Bremen is going to introduce our next presentation, which is also very exciting.
Good evening, Board of Trustees, Dr. Walden. I'm not sure it's going to top pickleball, but over the last few months, we've been talking about Building 30 and redoing Building 30 and I brought on an architect, the board approved an architect. We're starting to have our
They were
input
here today.
meetings. But the goal along with Building 30 is how do we pay for Building 30? So,
We got to pay for it?
well, yes, we do. So I relieve from Piper Sandler's here. I'm sure many of you remember her, but to talk about our next issuance of Measure JJ bonds to partially pay for Building 30.
Good evening, President Tarpley.
Hello.
Members of the board, Dr. Walden, district staff, community members, thank you for having me back again. Very excited about the opportunity to access some additional Measure JJ bond dollars. But let's start with a quick refresher, starting on slide 1. So as you may remember, Measure JJ was approved by your district voters in November 2008 with very strong support, over 61% of yes votes, way past the 55% required passage rate. The total program size is a little under $300 million. We have been able to access roughly $186 million, leaving approximately $111.5 million remaining outstanding. In 2016, the district took the opportunity to refinance a series of prior bonds issued in 2009 and delivered over $15 million of taxpayer savings to your local community. Now, fast forward 10 years later in 2026, those bonds issued in 2016 are eligible to be refinanced again to deliver additional savings. And as a reminder, how are these bonds being paid? From the ad valorem property taxes levied on all the taxable properties within the district's boundaries. Next slide. So page 2 has a lot of numbers, 30-year history of your total assessed valuation. So this is the total values of all the taxable properties within the district, both residential and commercial. So what's amazing about this slide is that if you look 30 years back, in 1996, we started with $10.5 billion of total assessed valuation. Going down to the bottom of the slide, today we're standing with $50.2 billion. Not surprising, given all the economic developments going on in the area. You are one of the special regions in California that are still growing. So the last 2 rows were highlighted because they are the updated figures from my last report in 2023, 2024. Next slide. So page 3 shows how we're able to access roughly $30 million of additional Measure JJ dollars. They are amortized in the back. At the same time, we have the refinancing opportunity to save roughly $250,000 of interest payment every year, therefore creating additional capacity for Measure JJ bonds. As of right now, the average interest rate is estimated a little under 5%, and the repayment ratio is about 2.3 to 1, which is far below the state requirement of 4 to 1. A little about the refinancing itself, very similar to refinancing your home mortgage. We're trying to replace higher interest rates on the prior bonds with lower interest rates on the newer bonds, but maybe a little different from refinancing your mortgage, in which you could convert, let's say, a 15-year mortgage into a 30-year mortgage and reducing the payments. In a bond refinancing, we cannot do that. So the original bonds are scheduled to mature in 2039. The new bonds will mature in 2039 as well. Page 5 has the key statistics. As you can see, we're doing a slight interest rate reduction of about 0.85% from the older bonds to the newer bonds, generating roughly $3.35 million of total savings. When we discount those saving figures to today's dollars, our present value saving, which is an industry benchmark, is over 5%. And then lastly, on the timeline, for your consideration later in the board agenda are the 2 resolutions, 15.2 and 15.3, I believe. So if you decide to approve both issuance resolutions, Vice President Freeman and his team and the financing team will be meeting with Standard & Poor's, which will refresh your credit rating, which is AA1, AA right now, the 3rd highest. So very great credit rating, which means very low interest rate risk to the investors, and we should schedule to go into the market in mid-April, hoping to close both transactions in early May. And that concludes my presentation, and happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
All right. So you'll be voting on that later. I forget which section, but it's later. Okay. We going to my report now?
Yes.
There's no, is there facilities? There's not, okay. Foundation.
A big one.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I think some of you reported out for me already, but I want to thank you for your kind remarks and go ahead and start my presentation for you. So yes, during our gala, we were able to celebrate the following individuals on the screen. Please. Yeah, it was a very fun-filled evening with really deserving individuals that were highlighted, and their speeches were, I think, wonderful and heartfelt that they gave. Right, there's our number, 160, 265. Brandon, you were really close on that. And we are just getting our pictures in from the photographers, so those who are in attendance, you'll be getting those sent to you and be able to take a look at our gallery. And our President's Circle Luncheon, we had 11 new President's Circle members inducted. So thank you to all of your efforts for bringing guests, and then they really appreciate the food, and they like hearing about all of the things that are happening at the college, and it really gets everyone connected in a really intimate way. And we anticipate on having at least 3 more members at next President's Circle, but I'm willing to try and match my 11 here for our next President's Circle member, meeting. So, and anyone?
Well, we have 4
if anyone wants
possibilities
to be
right
my
out there.
guest, you're welcome to be my guest. I will give you my card. Yes. Pardon me?
No, we have 4 possibilities, so the Fitches would be 2, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
We don't give a discount at 2. Sorry.
No discount, however, be careful.
But she does take credit cards.
When you do submit an application, the person that you put on as recommending you, that gives you a VVC sweater. It's a Letterman-style sweater with a big V on it, so it's a little bit of bragging rights amongst our members. Okay. And that concludes my report for this evening.
Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I already invited a guest.
I have one question, Kristen, I'm sorry.
Yes.
And I apologize if you've said this before, but what is the criteria for joining the President's Circle?
Yes, so it's $1,000 annually, and then we meet quarterly. We have 4 luncheons a year.
Okay, thank you.
And the foundation can forward the application.
Yes, I'm happy to send anything your way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, ASB goals.
Hello again. All right, so Club Rush, I believe, was our 2nd time remote ID printing. We rolled out the new ID cards with the QR codes. If you want to see it, I have mine in my backpack. We can look at it later. But we were able to knock out at least over 250 students a day during our Club Rush and making sure they have the new ID card. We also rolled out the QR code scanners, so when students go to Thrive, the library, events, they're able to scan their ID to check in with that QR code reader. And it was pretty simple. It was also very interesting to see the different demographics, like the older generation would actually.
Why are you looking at me?
Be careful.
Well,
Be careful.
I'm actually congratulating them. They
70s, the new
scan a
50.
QR code correctly.
Well, yeah.
My generation, they tried swiping it first. I'm like, the QR code doesn't work that way. But it was just very interesting.
Jen doesn't know what a QR code is.
I sure do.
It was just really interesting to see that. The psychology student in me was making a private study, but, and then also pending tonight's vote, we will be hopefully getting additional shading for the upper campus for the outside stage. So we'll be able to do more outside events and not worry about heat. And that concludes my report.
Love it.
Okay, Madam President, I would like to go to the podium and make my presentation.
You are dismissed. Is that what we do when he says madam? I do like the...
All right, assuming I can operate this machinery, I'm here tonight in this role to present to the board an overview into the public of our Black African American student success at Victor Valley College. And though we still have challenges with our Black African American students, we have had tremendous success over the last few years. It has really shown up, particularly in the last 3 to 4 years. And all of you board members were sent a detailed report via your email. So this is just drawing from that because it would be way too much minutia to give out in this meeting. But so we just want to highlight some achievements and support strategies for our students. Okay, why? This question is why Black and African American students' success matters. Well, one of the reasons that matters is because they are a disproportionately impacted group. And across all of the student success funding formula areas, all 5 areas, they are lagging behind in the success metrics, highlighting some equity challenges. So with that, we have made a strategic commitment to our Black African American students on this campus going back several years. Victor Valley College prioritizes equity through Vision 2030, which is our Chancellor's Office vision for the state, focusing on, notice, access, getting them in the door, completion, getting them out the door or transferring, and economic mobility. That is, getting them to a place where they not only can have a living wage, but I think our goal here at Victor Valley is that our students should have a mortgage-paying wage.
Amen.
They ought to be able to come through Victor Valley and through their education here, be able to buy houses and pay mortgages. And so for this, we want to use a data-informed progress, one that looks at the data on enrollment, engagement, completion, and workforce outcomes to show meaningful progress toward despite the pandemic disruptions. And across the state, Black and African American students have been one of the most severely affected by the pandemic, not just the state of California, but across the United States. They have come back in fewer numbers to community colleges. They have come back lagging behind their previous outcome numbers. But I want to show you at Victor Valley College, that's not the case. So while we acknowledge that we still have an equity gap, okay, so I'm not here tonight to say all problems solved. I wish I was, but we're not here to say that. We still have an equity gap, and it remains, especially in transfer level courses and fall term success, which requires us to continue to have ongoing focus and ongoing planning. So, by the way, these pictures are our students. I didn't even get these out of a magazine. These are our people. So, one of those is through engagement that supports student success. Look at this. 95 plus events and programs for Black African American students were held in the 2024-25 academic year. 95 events supporting Black and African American student success, including our Black graduation celebration. No other group on this campus has gotten this kind of attention and this kind of focus. And the reason is we've got to close the gap. And it does not hurt when you focus on a particular group, because we know this through research. When one group does better, everybody does better. All ships rise together. So nobody's going to be hurt because we go after a particular group to impact disproportionately impacted students. There were 7 conferences and college tours attended by Umoja students during the 24-25 years. That's amazing. When I saw that, I really had no idea that the data was going to support this. When I saw this, and several people on campus worked worked on this to put this together. And when they sent me the report, I was shocked in a good way, because in the Umoja participation and activity, Umoja had Bridge Day, Porch Talks, Melanin Monday, and in our Student Engagement Center, 1,401 Black and African American students visited that engagement center, serving 113 unique students. What else? Now, our Umoja Yuzima Scholars Program, end of the year survey. So Hakeem Koum, who runs this, he does a survey at the end of each year. So at the end of the 24-25 year, because we're in the 25-26 year now, so we don't have that data yet, but 92% of the students agreed or strongly agreed that the program gave them a higher sense of belonging
92.
At VVC. Like they felt like, I belong here. 73% of the students agreed or strongly agreed that the program helped them perform better academically. And 90% of the students agreed or strongly agreed that the program increased their familiarity with VVC faculty, staff, and administration. Look at, now remember I was talking about access earlier. I want you to see this. In the 2021 year, this is pandemic time, right? You see, it was just, we had Black and African American head count. This is unduplicated head count, just a little over 1,000. The next year, it went up at 21-22. But by 23-24, it had increased from, we had increased our African American population on this campus by 1,157, from 1,157 to 2,114, which was an 83% increase in African Americans coming to Victor Valley College, which outpaced the rest of all the other groups together in growth. Wow. Because the whole college only, I mean, it grew by a lot, 78%. But the African American population grew by 83%, which, by the way, helped the other number to be even as high as it was. So they're coming, they wouldn't come here if they didn't feel wanted, if they didn't feel like they could get help here, but they're coming in droves, and I think we should be proud of that. Look at our Umoja program. In July of 24, had just about 60 students in it. And by February of 26, this is a fresh number that we just got from Hakeem, 425 students participating in the Umoja program. It grew by 590%. That's something to be proud of. And then awards earned by year. Now, what are awards? This is not a trophy kind of award. This is a certificate, or it is a degree. And so our population was pretty steady. You can see there, went down a little bit, 21-22, but then watch what happened in 22-23, in 23-24. So the amount of students, not only the access part of more students coming, but getting out and getting through the programs improved by 69.4%, from 108 to 183. Now, I wish it was a lot more than that, but that's not a number that would indicate that we're doing something wrong with this population, because if we were, the numbers would be going down. So something good is happening, and we should celebrate this. And this is one of my favorite slides. I mean, of course, the other one probably is a little more favorite, but I really love this one too. And that is because, we want to get them out of here with degrees and certificates. But look here. In successful course completion. Now, students that don't pass a course don't complete, and they don't stay. But successful course completion over the last 4 years has gone up by 70%, meaning they get an A, B, or a C.
That's amazing.
And pass their classes. Not failing, but passing. That number increased among this population by 70%. So let's understand where we need to invest next in this population, because as I said from the get-go, we still have a gap. All right, so as long as there's a gap, there's a problem. In fact, I'll say this, as long as one student's failing, we have a problem. But regardless of their ethnicity, that doesn't matter. Because anybody who fails, that's not what we're here about. We're here to get 100% of our students. We take the top 100% of every graduating class. And we should get to the place where we're not happy unless 100% of those students that we get are getting out of here with what we're offering. You say that's not realistic. Well, then let's just keep getting better at getting better. Let's never take the place that we have arrived, because we have not arrived as long as one student is not getting through. So look at term success rate trends, how they vary by term. So with summer and winter terms, what we saw with our African American students is they have higher success rates in the summer and winter. And we believe that's due to smaller classes and focused learning. In other words, short-term classes, doing better in the short-term classes. And with expanding our summer bridge and accelerated programs can significantly increase course success rates for Black and African American students. And increased persistence highlights effective retention, but calls for turning persistence into completion. So we don't just want to keep them here forever. We want them to complete, pass through the gate, and we need to get them there through advising and academic resources and support. So here's what we're going to do. This is the plan, okay? It doesn't have all the details because these people behind me and the others that aren't here today that work under my leadership here, they are the ones who create the magic. They create magic, the faculty create magic in the classrooms. The student support services, they create magic with those students in counseling and with tutoring and with interacting on a day basis. They are the magic makers with these students. And we watch them walk through the door, and every time one of them walks through the door, it's a miracle. And it's a miracle when they walk through the door and eventually can walk out holding that degree or that certificate and have that mortgage-paying job. So we want to scale up our enrollment and completion pipeline. We want to expand our summer bridge and accelerated success models. We want to strengthen non-credit to credit workforce pathways and deepen the Student Engagement Center academic interventions. So that's where we were. This is what we did. This is where we are, and this is where we're going. And so I'd be happy to take any questions because that was my last slide.
Great presentation.
Or comment.
I like the magic part, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a team that creates magic.
It's true.
Great job.
Thank you.
I think it answers a lot of questions that we had, and I think I want to thank Trustee Chappelle for pushing the envelope, for asking the question. I think that the numbers really substantiate that we're making progress.
Dr. Griffin, did you have a question? Or
No, I don't
I'm
have-
sorry, there was
no.
too much speaking.
Nice job. No, I was just saying, Dr. Griffin. Thank you.
I mean, Trustee Griffin. No, well,
Dr. Griffin.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
So hopefully we're all happy with this
President's
presentation.
comments.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we're gonna keep working on it, and we got some new things in the hopper right now, but we'll share that with you when we get that out.
Part of the magic.
So we went to the Bellwether
Uh-oh.
competition in San
Antonio?
San Antonio, yeah.
Welcome.
Started to say Santa Ana, but San Antonio. And what they told us there is that there are 1,900 community colleges that could be there. But only 120 qualified for competition. And Victor Valley College did not get first place, but they did say this: you should be very proud that out of 1,900 colleges, and out of 120 competitors, you were in the top 10 finalists. And this is our award. I want the trustees to feel of that, take a look at it.
I don't want to drop it.
It's got good weight
Thanks,
to
get
it.
me.
Take it home.
So we are going to
Oh.
continue to try to compete.
You want a picture?
Andrew would
Every
like
year.
a picture.
Andrew wants a picture.
Let's go. We got to go to the front.
We fingerprinted it all up.
No, thank you. I don't want to hold it. I'll drop it. Yes.
Stretch on. I thought you were going to say we were in top 100%.
We are in that too. We always hold that position.
We made the top 100%.
Andrew, you're getting old, man.
1, 2, and 3. Let's go this way. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Robert, and put that in down there.
Oh, I'll meet you in the parking lot, sir.
Uh-oh. And I'm finished.
And with that, no technology break for you, sir. So moving on to item 10, Academic Senate.
Nope.
Yep.
No.
He's making the long walk down.
Speaking of
That
award
was a great
winners.
speech you gave last week.
What's that?
Great speech you gave at the gala.
Thanks. That's you're too kind because it probably wasn't really that great. And I just want to tell you, this is not the first time I've said this. I hate
Dan?
following Dr. Walden because somebody that spent 40 years standing at a lectern is a lot better at speaking than I am. But I've got a few numbers for you. As I previously talked about, the college is in the process of converting to the Common Course numbering system, which requires a substantial course revision of every single course we have, credit bearing and non-credit bearing. It's about 1,281 courses. Normally that takes place. CTE courses undergo that level of oversight and refreshment every 2 years. Academic courses are every 5 years. We're doing all of it in about a year. So the curriculum committee is super busy. The faculty are very busy. Out of that 1,281, we're in varying stages, of course, but are about 50% done. And that includes when we revisited some of these courses, deactivating because we realized that perhaps they're no longer needed, which is kind of one of the purposes of doing that common course, not the common course numbering, but the substantial revision. So we're about 50% there. I think we've gotten 639
Wow.
in that either renewal process, deactivation, or in various portions of that, and 642 that we have left to go. I believe we have, well, they're going to be implemented in fall of 27, but I think we're endeavoring to have those all done by the end of this calendar year. Thank you. I was thinking if your academic year, we're in trouble. So by the end of this calendar year, having all of those done, and at this point, I think we're in pretty good shape. I think we're going to be pretty close to getting that done. So just to let you know what's going on behind the scenes, a lot of that stuff that's coming through on curriculum, that's why you're getting so many right now.
Well, thank you for your
Thanks.
hard work. Please relay that.
Oh yeah, I didn't do those. I only did a couple of them.
Relay that to your team, please.
And you heard about that pitch from Spring Valley Lake about automotives, right?
I did hear that, yes.
Okay, AFT part-time?
Not here.
CSEA?
Not here.
CTA?
Not here.
Management? You get 5 seconds. Okay, not here.
Wow, that's the third.
Oh.
Carmen forgot.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm erasing my ex, and I love you so much. I'm sorry.
Right, Carmen's like, wait, that's me.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, distinguished board members, President Tarpley, and Superintendent Walden. I'm Carmen Patfield, Director of Nursing. I have a quick report. I'll try to speed. So I want to share how our students are actually, I was going to say that's not my time. How our students are participating in the community events and outreach programs, despite their busy schedules. Currently, we have 162 active students in nursing program amongst the 4 semesters, and 92 of them already signed up to volunteer for outreach programs. So how it happens? So our students and faculty reach out to community, we sign up for the outreach events, and we go and represent Victor Valley College's programs, nursing program, CNA program, medical assistant program, respiratory program. Sometimes we actually partner with our RT program as well. So that partnership, it's so valuable that actually high school students come back to nursing office and they know names of the students who went to their school and share information about our programs. We also participate in various community events that happens on Victor Valley College. Our next large participation will be in a health event in April, where our students going to be doing blood pressure checks, blood sugar checks. So if anyone interested to know their numbers, please come and we'll try to serve. And we're also going to provide some we're going to hand out some educational templates about healthy diet, activities, what's best for you to do or not to do. I want to also share that our program is very competitive. We just finished having our application period. It closed actually last Friday. We can only admit 40 students, but we had over 180 applicants again. So we're going to do it through the selection process again, and we always admit the best of the best. But we also in the process of applying through the Board of Registered Nursing to increase our enrollment process so we can have more students coming in.
Yes.
So I just want to share that nursing program is busy. Our students are in a community, although we might not see them or hear them. They're actively participating, and I'm very, very proud of them. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I just want to sidebar and say, in honor of Women's History Month and our event today, we have some amazing women that work here: Carmen, Kirsten, Monica, Mackenzie, Anne. Thank you for all. Kelly Cahow, I see you. all of us are extremely proud to be. I'm just going to speak for you, to be part of VBC, and I'm very proud to serve with you. So thank you for your hard work. Okay, do we need a technology break? We're going to take Brandon is going to take a 5-minute break. The rest of us can take 7. Brandon.
That works.
Dr. Walden? Dr.
We
Walden?
should have like a bell.
Oh, I'm gonna bring one. Like the grease announcements.
Just like that.
You have great ideas, sir. Paging Dr. Walden.
Dr. Walden.
Get your snacks to the main stage.
Or what's in retreat? They go Papa Walden.
Oh, no, I can't. No, I'm not. No.
Remember that though?
Yes. Yes. So awkward. Okay, thank you for the technology break. And we're going to move on to the consent agenda.
Motion.
Second.
Sorry, I have to take my notes or else it didn't actually happen. Student advisory?
Yes.
Thank you. Stephanie, were you ready for us even? Okay, sorry.
Hit it, Joe.
Mine's not even up yet. There it is. Okay, moving on to the action agenda. We're going straight to 13.2, correct? Because nothing was pulled. I have it somewhere. So many papers this time. Here we go. May I get a motion for Board Resolution 2602, Women's History Month?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Brady, second by Griffin. Student advisory? Yes. Good decision. And we're going to read this
I think
copy.
student advisory would be great to read that.
Okay, do you have a copy, ma'am?
I do.
So that was Brady was the motion and Griffin was the second.
Thought it was me with the motion, but.
Do I go ahead and
I
read it
heard
now?
him. Yes, please.
On a motion of Member Brady, seconded by Member Griffin, the following resolution is hereby adopted. Whereas American women of every race, class, and ethnic background have made historic contributions to the growth and strength of our nation in countless recorded and unrecorded ways, and whereas American women have played and continue to play critical economic, cultural, and social roles in every sphere of the life of our nation by constituting a significant portion of the labor force working inside and outside of the home, and whereas American women have played a unique role throughout the history of the nation by providing the majority of the volunteer labor force of the nation, and whereas American women were particularly important in the establishment of early charitable, philanthropic, and cultural institutions in our nation, and whereas American women of every race, class, and ethnic background served as early leaders in the forefront of every major progressive social change movement, and whereas American women have served our country courageously in the military, and whereas American women have been leaders not only in securing their own rights of suffrage and equal opportunity, but also in the abolitionist movement, the emancipation movement, the industrial labor movement, the civil rights movement, and other movements, especially the peace movement, which create a more fair and just society for all. And whereas, despite these contributions, the role of American women in history has been consistently overlooked and undervalued in the literature, teaching, and study of American history. And whereas Victor Valley Community College District, as a public institution of higher learning, is dedicated to providing opportunities for all people so that they can reach their highest potential. And whereas the passage of Public Law 100-9 officially established March as National Women's History Month, and whereas Women's History Month is an opportunity for all Americans to commemorate the struggles and victories of American women in our history and their invaluable contributions to society. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Victor Valley Community College District proclaims March 2026 as National Women's History Month, adopted March 2026.
Fabulous.
There's a typo.
Thank you. Okay, and moving on, or did we vote? I'm sorry, did it pop up? Sorry, I didn't hear you speak up. Okay, 13.3, second read approval, Board Policy 3433, prohibition of sexual harassment under Title IX.
Motion.
Second.
Student advisory?
Yes.
Voting is open. Okay. And 13.4, voting for the CCCT Board Election 2026. Brady?
Second.
Discussion?
Hold on.
Yes.
Student advisory is yes. So I just want to make a statement before we start the discussion, is that there are 9 open voting spots and 9 people running, so we could make this easy and just cast 1 vote for each.
Make a motion that we count 1 vote per
List.
open seat per candidate.
It's a great motion.
Second.
Student advisory?
Yes.
Okay. And
We
do you,
just saved 20 minutes.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
High five, everybody.
Yeah. No,
Just a
thank
little
the board. Thank the CCC board.
for
That
just
means-
having
you know what?
9.
You know what that says? That they're all getting along and that things are going well.
We're going to just assume that.
Yeah.
Assume the positive.
They got some great leaders.
So
on
let's
that.
vote. Oh, voting is open.
Nobody else wants the job.
There it is.
No, it's not an easy job.
Vote, 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 vote. Okay, moving on to 14.1 College Possible Agreement. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
I
Second.
heard- Okay, I heard Wood as the motion and Brady as the second. Student advisory?
Yes.
Voting is open. Moving along, 14.2 Contract Agreement ACE-VOX Statement of Work. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Student advisory?
Yes.
Any discussion needed, or is voting open?
No, I'm waiting for 15.3.
She's slow tonight.
Is that a raise?
Okay, and moving on to 15.1 Agreement, Latest Solutions USA LLC. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Student advisory?
Yes.
Any discussion? It's an upgrade to the migration to cloud SOW. Okay, voting is open. Fifteen point two, change order 2, Forefront Licensing LLC. Can I get a motion?
Second.
Who's that? Dr. Griffin? Okay. And the second was to Brady?
Is
Did you get
this-
that stuff? Okay. And student advisory?
Yes.
Is this our solar?
I believe it's electricity using that
The
solar.
elec- so what-
Why? Okay, I want to clarify. I am not against solar. I am against talking
Oh, go ahead,
ad
Eric.
nauseum for solar.
You take the hit.
That's the drug.
I'm sitting here.
So anybody in the audience, if you ever want to really make her mad, talk about solar.
It's not solar. I love solar energy.
It's VVC solar.
I don't like how this board talks about solar energy.
So this actually is not for the solar project.
Nope.
If you remember, we're extending power down to the CDL driving course.
Yes.
And so we've asked, as part of Forefront's process, they were in this area anyway, to do change orders. We've requested this work instead of going out to bid for a higher price.
It was
They're already
cheaper.
in there. It's cheaper to do it with them.
That's a cheaper price.
Look at how calm I am about it. Everybody take note.
I saw your look already. As soon as I said solar.
Nope, I like solar. I have solar on my house, in fact. Voting should be open. Dr. Griffin,
There we go.
thank you. Moving on, 15.3, am I on the right spot still?
Yes.
Can I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
Oh, Brady is the motion, Tyrell is the second. Student advisory?
Yes.
And voting should be open unless there's discussion.
Joe vote.
Oh, I thought I did.
Pay attention to your computers, folks.
Senior moment again. Don't beat up on seniors.
We respect our elders.
I know. I do too.
All right, 15.4, Resolution 2604, resolution of the Board of Trustees of Victor Valley College District authorizing the issuance of Victor Valley Community College District 2026 general obligation refunding bonds and action related thereto. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Student advisory?
Yes.
And voting is open unless you'd like to discuss. $15.5 quarterly financial report, second quarter as of December 31st, 2025. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Student advisory?
Yes.
And voting is open. Did it go? Okay, it didn't list it. 15.6 agreement building 10 HR remodel. May I
Motion.
get a motion? Griffin?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Griffin, second by Brady. Student advisory?
Yes.
Absolutely. Voting is open. Let's bring you out of the 70s, lady. It's pretty down. 15.7 agreement event center parking lot. May I get a motion?
Second.
Brady, second by Griffin.
Is this rebid actually lower?
Student advisory?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Sorry, Eric.
No, this is important.
So we have brought this before the board. We had a bid that was lower, but the contractor ran into some difficulties and pulled out of the project. And so we rebid the project as a couple $100,000 more.
Was there any penalty for them pulling out?
Yeah, they can't bid with us for several years.
But there was no financial impact to them?
No, we had two choices. One is we could force them to do the project and go after their bonds. But we had not broke ground yet, so we thought it was more prudent to rebid it and go with the lowest bid this time, instead of going after bonds and making them do the project.
We need to create good relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so what's the final? What was the final number?
2 million.
2.7 million.
2,772,000.
When's it going to be done?
So we'll start April 1st, and we should be done, it should take about 3 months. We'll be done this summer.
Was that the consideration for going out for rebid versus going after the bonds?
Yeah, we wanted the project done, and then there were some difficulties with going after the bonds and getting that work done. It would have delayed the project at least a year.
Oh, yeah, we don't want that.
So.
Well, the other thing, the way they did it, I wouldn't have trusted them to do the work. Right. I just don't think they would have.
Well, we're paying a lot of money for oversight too.
Yes, but it was not a good risk.
So is that oversight we're paying for worth a dime? Or is that just useless money we have to pay?
Trying to get I have done this in LA. We tried to work with companies that had got themselves in this shape and didn't want to do it, and it ends up just dragging it out and being a disaster. So it was easier to part off. It's like, in the first couple of dates, you ought to know whether you want to keep dating the person or not. And this was not.
I haven't had that problem for decades.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a while for me too, but anyway, you get my point.
Yeah, the oversight of the architect firm, that would be required either way. And it really came down to the bid documents, which.
But my question is, why do we have to pay an oversight if they're not going to do their job and make sure the job is done correctly by the bid? I mean, that should be their responsibility. We're paying them a considerable amount of money to oversee the project.
Because the state requires a DSA inspector.
If the DSA inspector is required, they should do something for the money.
They do exactly what the state mandates they do, and that's it.
Trustee Terrell, I will tell you this. You and I are both private sector people, and I cannot tell you how upset I am. But if you go take a look at the largest union in the state of California, that's going to get, it's just the way that it is. And I don't like it any more than you do.
Well, I'll just be a squeaky wheel.
Well, I burned out on the squeaky wheel in my 10th year.
I won't be here that long.
I'm the 6th.
Okay, so voting is open if discussion is over, just a reminder.
You better have to throw money out of a sunroof as you go down the highway.
I'm deciding.
I'm going to drive behind you then.
Yeah.
One of the things that you will get in this little project is on not the part they're going to do. When you first pull in this driveway right here, those first 5 spots, there's going to be a nice little sign with your name on it, and that's your own personal parking spot when you come to anything at the event center. So
I need to get an ID card.
Voting is open.
I must have voted. I don't see anything.
Did everybody vote?
Yeah, I think so.
Did it pass?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see it. Apologies. We are on 15.8 Agreement Sierra School Equipment Co. Furniture for expansion of the sewing program.
Motion. That is a great program.
Second.
Motion by Brady, second by Terrell.
Richard,
Student-
that is just a great program.
Student advisory?
Yes.
And voting is open. Maybe? There it is.
Do we do all these together? Or do you want to do one?
Oh, I think we should do one. I mean, we could.
We call out their names. I don't never call out their names.
Do you want to do these together or separate?
I'd do them separate.
Yeah, I think it's a special.
Each individual.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so moving on, that passed. 16.1 Academic Equivalency, Gabriel Le Espiritu.
Motion.
Second.
Brady, motion, second. Student advisory?
Yes.
Voting is open. (16.2) Academic Equivalency, Erica Bennett.
Motion.
Second.
Terrell Brady. Student advisory?
Yes.
Voting is open. (16.3) Academic Equivalency, Pilar Olid.
Motion.
Second.
Brady, motion, second, Terrell. And student advisory?
Yes.
Voting is open. (16.4) Academic Equivalency, Kelly Moss.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by
Brandon.
Griffin, second by
Court report.
Brady.
Here's your court reporting faculty.
Student advisory?
Yes.
Absolutely a yes.
Right, I just want to say I've known Kelly a very long time, and she'll be an excellent addition to the court reporting
Does she drive a nicer car than you?
program. She drives a nice car.
That was a funny comment, right? He said they drive nicer
Call it
cars
keeping
than
up with the Joneses.
Okay, and 16.5 academic equivalency, Christopher Bravo.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Brady, second by Terrell. Student advisory.
Yes.
Voting is open. And 16.6 academic equivalency, Gardenia Malone.
Motion.
Second.
So on 16.7, read it, but don't take a motion a second because I have to read this before you can
Okay.
consider it.
Okay. And student advisory?
Yes.
And did you get the motion in second? You're good. Okay, voting is open. Uh, 16.7 new management job classification and salary placement for associate vice president, research planning and institutional effectiveness.
Motion.
Before a motion, no motion or second yet, because of a new law that went into place. Thank you, Steve Terrell, for telling us about it. It started January 1. So before the board can consider this item, and there's one more like this, I have to read this. This is a new law. In accordance with Government Code Section 54953D, SB 707, prior to the board's consideration of this item, the district is providing the required public summary of the recommended compensation for the new position of Associate Vice President, Research Planning and Institutional Effectiveness. The position of Associate Vice President, Research and Planning and Institutional Effectiveness is recommended to be placed on the Executive Administrator's cabinet level salary schedule at range 1 with a monthly salary range from $13,265 to $18,336. In addition to such compensation, the following benefits will be provided consistent with those available to other executive administrators of the district. Monthly stipend of $400 for use of personal cell phone for business purposes and use of personal vehicle in lieu of mileage reimbursement for in-district travel. Monthly doctoral stipend if applicable. Monthly longevity if applicable. District-paid medical insurance as well as dental and vision coverage for the employee and eligible dependents. District-paid life insurance policy in the amount of $100,000. Participation in the California Public Employee Retirement System, CalPERS, or the California State Teachers Retirement System, CalSTRS. 20 paid holidays per year, 22 vacation days per year with a maximum accrual of 44 days, 12 sick leave days per year. Now you can have a motion in a second.
Motion.
Motion by Brady.
Second.
Now, you have to do that every time we do this, right?
For
certain positions.
Certain positions. And student advisory?
Yes.
Thank you. SB 707.
Who wrote it?
Okay.
So basically, they're executive type positions or academic positions that are over deans, like deans, those kind of things, which you'll hear that one read in a minute. But so it's just certain classifications.
Did it go through? I'm waiting on.
I did it. I was reading.
Okay, thank you. 16.8 academic tenured employees recommendation, Rebecca with an E, corrected to an E, Milliken.
Motion.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 faculty that you're granting tenure to.
Congratulations.
What, no cake?
They're here? Some of them are here?
Some of them.
Look at that. Congratulations.
Yay! So I want to get to
You are
that.
now married to the district.
I pronounce you. So I just want to read out the names. Teresa Greneau, Kyrie Borrell, Natalia Verjat, Jenny Lynn Pendergraft, Alexander Strickland, Stephanie Briano, Cynthia Navarro, Rebecca Milliken, and Jamie Quinn. Uh, 16.9 academic second year contract recommendation.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Brady, second by Student Advisory.
Yes.
And we missed you. I'm sorry. A kerfuffle. Voting is open. $16.10 renewal of educational administrator contracts.
Before you get a motion, I have to read this.
Okay.
In accordance with
SB
Government Code
707.
Section 54953D SB 707, prior to the board's consideration of this item, the district is providing the required public summary of the recommended compensation for each educational administrator listed. Deans. For Artie Allen, Dean of Student Services, the compensation consists of placement on the Victor Valley College management salary schedule at a monthly base rate of $13,010, applicable stipends totaling $300. For Kelly Cahow, Dean of Instruction, the compensation consists of placement on the Victor Valley College management salary schedule at a monthly base salary of $13,010, applicable stipends totaling $300. For Malia Carpenter, Dean of Instruction, the compensation consists of placement of the Victor Valley College management salary schedule at a monthly base salary of $15,814, applicable stipends totaling $2,289.54. For Brian Quarles, Dean of Instruction, the compensation consists of placement on the Victor Valley College management salary schedule as a monthly base salary of $15,062, applicable stipends totaling $926.44. Executive Directors. For Amber Allen, Executive Director of Student Services, the compensation consists of placement on the Victor Valley College management salary schedule at a monthly base salary of $15,062, applicable stipends totaling $753.10. For Christopher Piercy, Executive Director of Instruction, the compensation consists of placement on the Victor Valley College management salary schedule at a monthly base salary of $15,062. Directors. For Mason Blanche, Director of Student Services in CalWorks, the compensation consists of placement on the Victor Valley College management salary schedule at a monthly base rate of $12,320, applicable stipends totaling $371.20. For Elizabeth Duarte, Director of Tutoring and Academic Support, the compensation consists of placement on the Victor Valley College management salary schedule at a monthly base salary of $14,344, applicable stipends totaling $1,434.40. For Michael Edwards, Director of Student Services, the compensation consists of placement on the Victor Valley College management salary schedule at a monthly base rate of $14,344, applicable stipends totaling $430.32. For Kathy Ekbo, Director of Student Services in Excess, the compensation consists of placement on the Victor Valley College management salary schedule at a monthly base salary of $14,344, applicable stipends totaling $573.76. For Carmen Padfield, Director of Instruction and Nursing, the compensation consists of placement on the Victor Valley College management salary schedule at a monthly base salary of $14,344, Applicable stipends totaling $358.60. $358.60. For Richard Radcliffe, Director of Instruction in non-credit, the compensation consists of placement on the Victor Valley College Management salary schedule at a monthly base salary of $14,344. Applicable stipends totaling $250. For Carl Smith, Director of Student Services in EOPS, the compensation consists of placement on the Victor Valley College Management salary schedule at a monthly base salary of $14,344. Applicable stipends totaling $2,151.60. For all 13 of these administrators, in addition to such compensation, they are provided with the following benefits: district paid medical insurance as well as dental and vision coverage for the employee and eligible dependents. District paid life insurance policy in the amount of $100,000. Participation in the California Public Employee Retirement System, CalPERS, or the California State Teachers Retirement System, CalSTRS. 20 paid holidays per year. 22 vacation days per year with a maximum accrual of 44 days. 12 sick leave days per year. I'm exhausted.
Motion.
Motion by Can I get a second?
Second. Discussion. Dr. Walden, explain to me the stipend difference between one person getting $250 and one getting $2,000.
Because the district has a thing called longevity for the most part. This is the thing. So on the longevity scale, so after 6 years, you start getting paid for being here a long time. And the longer you're here, the more you get paid every year, going up for like, I want to say 15 years or something like that. So if they've been here forever, they're going to get a lot more money. And that existed
Doesn't that
prior to
scale
my
every
coming.
Year? Don't they move up every year and they're
They move up.
That's
Well,
step
so
and
there is the step and column is one thing, but beyond
Stipend
that,
separate.
once they reach, still start getting longevity after starting the 6th year.
Are there any other stipends like doctoral or?
Yes,
Yeah.
those exist for
Yeah.
all the people
So
in those
educational.
capacities. Did I miss anything, Monica?
Cell phone.
It's either 300 or 400, depending on the job title or classification. The longevity starting in your 6th year goes up to 15 or 20 years of service. It increases at half. I think it starts at 2.5% on the final step of the scale, and then it goes up 0.5% every year. And then the doctoral stipend, I believe, is $250 a month.
And that's all publicly listed.
Yes.
Well, in the past, this has all been just in your packet where you read it, but now what the state was after here was sometimes in contracts, in the details, the devil in the details, they bury nice little things that benefit certain people above others. So this is to make sure that doesn't happen so that it's transparent. But you don't read the whole contract because that would
We'd be
take
here
us
all night.
hours to read through.
So you could still have something nice in there without having to disclose it, right?
No, it would have to
No,
be disclosed.
all the nice things the lawyer advises us on this. We use Liberty, Cassidy and Whitmore, LCW, which is, if you go to any of the trustee conferences, they're the people that usually do the presentations
They do
there.
a good job.
Student advisory.
Yes.
They do a good job.
Voting was open. Okay. And 1611 academic third contract recommendation.
Motion.
With the change to the spelling.
Second.
Student advisory.
Yes.
Seventeen point one curriculum changes.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Griffin, second by Brady. Student advisory.
Yes.
Voting is open. $17.2 Purchase Agreement Revolution Machine Tools.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Brady, second by
So Mackenzie, this,
Cheryl?
this comes out of three different funds, right? It says HRTP, Strong Workforce Program Funds, and then General Fund.
That's correct.
Is it a third, or not?
No, the general fund is covering 80,000, the remainder is split between the grants.
Student Advisory.
Yes.
This must be quite a machine for $231,000.
That's what I thought.
Top of line CNC machine, yes, sir.
Are you going to wrap it?
You know she is. She wrapped your car
You
this
gonna wrap it?
afternoon.
We're gonna put a GPS locator on it.
That's for darn sure.
I don't think it'll move once we
Voting
get
is
it
open.
installed.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yeah, it's not.
17.3 out-of-state student travel, travel, MUN conference.
Motion.
Thank
Second.
you. Motion by Brady, second by Griffin. Student Advisory?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Model United Nations.
I don't see your name on it.
They go to New York, right?
You're not in the
Robert?
UN?
Okay. I have to check every year because my memory only is good for about 11 months.
Oh.
Voting is open.
Thanks.
Perfect. So 19, we have information and discussion first reads board policy, which were emailed to us all. And Sunshine Reopener, Article 8, salary between district and CSEA, Chapter 584. Those are all just information and discussion. Anybody have anything they want to talk about?
Well, you already have 19.5 on there.
I know, I'm flipping. And 19.5 is SVL discussion, Joseph W. Brady.
Thank you, President Tarpley.
Somebody put a timer on, please.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
26 seconds.
It's 29 minutes past my bedtime. I'm going to try to get through this pretty quickly. As most of you know, I'm not a technology guy. I'm blessed. I've got great staff. But the staff in my office, as well as my wife, are sick and tired of hearing about Spring Valley Lake. So today, between taking calls from clients and doing my normal stuff, I typed a draft email, which I thought was copied because I copied the documents. So I'm going to give Stephanie a set of documents I hope that you can scan and send out to the board members here that they can take a look at. Next month, the college has always voted on the people running for the board. The college owns 19 lots. So I was able to find tonight, as dumb as I am with technology, I was able to find my draft that I thought I had printed email that I just kind of want to cover a couple of topics. I'm very proud of. I've lived in Spring Valley Lake for 37 years and 10 months, about 13,802 days. So I do have kind of a level of understanding. I was a tenant in there for 11 years, so I understand what it's like to be a tenant, be treated like a tenant. I also know what it's like to be a homeowner, and we own two gorgeous homes. Spring Valley Lake was developed in 1969 as well as part of this campus. The 19 lots, people always say, where are they? I called the association one day and asked the general manager if he could locate them for me, and he said no. Our treasurer, Paul Stanton, finally did. They're located along Spring Valley Lake Parkway. There's 19 lots. This campus is 262 acres, has, I think, 23 parcels. 19 of those lots are along the parkway. So people wonder, why is Victor Valley College spending $31,369 a year? Because they get great drama. I mean, it's better than Monday Night Football. It's better than watching Green Bay Packers.
No, thank you.
I personally believe professionally, and as the 6th longest trustee, I just found this out recently, and I shared with Trustee Wood that he's the 8th longest trustee in this school's 64-year history, that we need to elect 4 members to the board on April 14th. I will not be here. My house, my home will still be occupied, so if anybody's watching this, it's not open for break-in. You got to say all this stuff because people watch it on social media. And I'm sure we have some tonight watching from Spring Valley Lake. I am honored to be on a very prestigious board in my business, like having your doctorate. It's called SIR, Society of Industrial and Office Realtors. It's only 3,900 of us in the world. You have to earn it and you have to maintain it. And we have our conference that starts on the 14th. I am on the executive board, and we are hosting 1,000 people from around the world. So I've let Dr. Walden know, I've let President Tarpley know that I will not be here, so I'll not be here for the vote. So I want to make a couple things. I want to clear up some misconceptions I think that the board members will hear in the next 30 days. I will say that in the years I've lived in Spring Valley Lake, I have never seen it more contentious than it is today. I've never seen more factions. It's like watching Washington right now. You're either on the left or you're on the right. There's nobody in the middle. And what are they basically arguing about? They're arguing about a lady that's sitting in this room by the name of Vicky Fitch. She's no different than how people argue about Donald Trump. They don't like Donald Trump, they don't like Vicky. Why? Vicky's asked every single question that a good board member should ask. I know all the board, but the board now, it's become a game. It's like a contest. Can we beat Vicky? Can we take her out? She asked too many questions. I suggested to her, and with her leadership, we brought in the state's leading forensic attorney. So Trustee Wood would appreciate this. Sandra Gottlieb. She owns 5 offices in the state of California. She gives a proposal for a legal forensic audit. Why? Because the audit that Spring Valley Lake had gone through had gone on and gone on and gone on. I went to that meeting that night with the room filled. I was embarrassed when I walked out as a homeowner. We couldn't answer the questions, and there were 12 major issues that were outlined. So the legal forensic audit was going to take over from there. Well, from what I understand, and if I'm wrong, Jay Cohen, who used to be associated in here, and Alfred Logan, if I'm wrong, then you can tell me, because I've asked you multiple times in emails. So for anybody listening to this or a board member, if I say something tonight, I can tell you there are people in this room that have seen 4 and 5 and 6 emails asking the question. Why did you change the proposal for the legal forensic audit? Why? Because there's an employee issue in there that they're covering, and they don't want to come up with the answer. They just don't want to see it. I get it, but that's not the right thing to do. My wife and I attended the August 26th audit, which you saw. And as Larry Hoover, who's been in there forever, was standing next to the auditor as she left, and she said to Mrs. Fitch, and he told me this in audit, one of the worst audits he's ever seen. Then it wasn't 5 days later, because of the audit and things that were said, they removed Vicky on a Tuesday after Labor Day and called a meeting I felt was almost illegal. But you know what? If you go to the attorney and you ask the right question and you ask him for the right thing, then you're going to get it. Let me go through here. We have some serious issues with our lake. Our lake is a beautiful lake, but you're probably looking at about a $10 million liability, and quite candidly, we're paying into that. And we've got a great lake committee. You've got a divided board that doesn't listen to the lake committee, so it's like, kind of, why is the lake committee there? Why do I say that? Because the lake is a big contentious issue in there, and it's candidly, it's a big liability. Steve, you and I have a mutual friendship with a famous golfer there by the name of C.J. Eversole. He's a fellow member. And I know that it's going to be hard to vote next month with your friendship. But CJ's wife, Tammy, is the 8th board member, and if you look at Facebook all the time, it's contentious.
Embarrassing?
Well, no. So you actually told me, but let me tell you where it's more embarrassing. 3 months ago, I received a phone call from a very well-known golfer who you may know, Mark Johnson. Mark played on the Senior PGA Tour. Lives out in Silver Lakes. He said, Joe, what the hell's going on out there? So he refers us to a leading authority on the management associations that happens to live out there, have a second home, have her offices down below. All she does is manage associations. Do you know that our board won't meet with her? And I've offered to buy their lunch. So that tells you how divided we are. And I don't think, I'll tell you this, I'm proud, I said here tonight, I'm proud I'm fighting for this college and for that association. Never once has my wife ever gone on Facebook or social media and said one damn thing about this college. Why? Because we got our shit together. You know, and she wouldn't do that anyway. That's just not the right thing to do. So I will say this. I have reached out to Tammy and to CJ. CJ's a great golfer. He's a great asset. I've reached out to him, I think, 3 times, twice by text this last week and twice by email, and said, when can we break bread? We broke bread 4 months ago. I can't seem to get anything back. Why? Because we are so divided as an association. In summary, I'm going to say this. What's going to happen on the 14th of April, this board's going to have to pick one of 2 slates. There is an issue contained in here about one of the members on one of the slates, and the information was supplied to me by probably legal counsel. And it's all public documents, so I'm sure when Mr. Wood sees this, he'll be able to say, yeah, it's all legit. I think the board's going to have to decide, do we want something questionable on there? I'm not using the person's name, but I will say this. We also have a member of our association that was this gentleman physically harmed a 75-year-old man who had never met him, walked up, the older gentleman opened up his window, 4:54 in the afternoon, May 9th, and sucker punched him. That person will stand before you this next month who I've never met. So he may knock on my door and do the old threat, you know, like I've been threatened by this group already. Knocked out an old man, and he got arrested. And so that charge is pending. I would just ask the board to make the right decision. Spring Valley Lake, I think, is a great partner out there. I will tell you that in the last 3 weeks, I've had 5 couples I know that have lived in there anywhere from 5 years to 20 years call me and ask me for the name of a real estate agent, because if this vote doesn't go through, they're done. So.
How many total votes? We have 19.
You have
How
19.
many total votes?
There's 4,214 lots. What's happened in the past is we've
so
had.
our 19 votes don't really.
No. Follow me. We've had a hard time reaching quorum because we need about 1,300 votes to get to quorum. And there have been times in the last couple of years where they've had to put off the vote for a week and run and get people.
Because the people that live there won't vote?
No, because there's all this apathy. But I think this year, what's happened is we're divided. No. What I would plead to whoever wins this, shut up and bring the association together. Stop acting like children. I've never seen a board more dysfunctional in my life, even worse than this one was in 2011, 12, and 13. And I was a participant. So I would just ask the board, I'm going to have a good time down in Palm Desert, and I would just hope you make the right decision. Whatever decision you make, hopefully, and it's tough. Trustee Terrell, the reason I bring up your relationship with CJ is I've been told by people, he's got this vote, and I said, there's 4 other votes here. So there's no locked up vote. I think the 4 candidates that I'm going to support are the team of Vicki Fitch and her team. One, they care, and they don't have the ego. We need a team to get in there, roll up their sleeves, get the audit done, finish out the original audit, and make the changes that need to be done. We're 56 years old, and we're damn near broke. And as a homeowner, I'm getting tired of it. There's a couple homeowners on in here, and I don't know how you guys feel, but that's my vote. If the board needs to know, Vicki Fitch, you've done a great job. You have sacrificed your family, and I feel bad for you personally. And I'm absolutely embarrassed how people treat you. That's all I have to say. God bless you all, and God bless America.
Thank you. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Thank you.
I want to